Hi, things. Hello. Hi, I'm doing good. How are you guys? Hello. Good, doing good, chilling. Hi, Opalu. Came off a pretty busy day, but good. Fairly good. Hi. Which dodged the roll, Lily. I literally took my bottoms off when I fought Millennia because it would make me roll faster. Hello. How has your Sunday been, things? Meow. Oh yeah, the Gambo Goblin is in chat. Hello. Over on Twitch. I am Gamble Gamble. Yes, you are, sweetie.
Foul Pink Thing arises and give birth to John Pink Thing.
I barf them out of my mouth like the Elden Beast. Thank you for the sub, 9 stars to your no. Thank you. Have you seen the photos of the movie that they're making? Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them. I don't like how Marika looks, but we'll see how she looks in the film.
Lily, I have a question. When the hell did you do a Belantro comic?
I don't know what Belantro is. You mean Belantro? A while ago, like last year. It was funny. What really matters how the dung eater looks. Oh, I've seen the shots of people throwing things at him. It's great. Something tells me that this movie's gonna be a prequel, though, because Marika looks vastly different to how she looks in game, and she has both braids. And in the DLC, they specifically mentioned that she chopped one off, and she has only one of them in like every statue ever.
I am the blade of shut the hell up and die.
I got really worked up during that boss fight, mama. Hello.
Hey baby, 16 months. Thanks for the amazing entertainment, Lily.
Oh, you're welcome,
Lily G.
Gio.
Heart,
Thanks so
Lily
much
G.
for the
Booty.
sub. Thank you. Wait, the hair has fucking lore. Did you not play the DLC? You fucking... Yes, it does. To be fair, I may or may not be a degenerate, and I may or may not have 100% did most of it.
To the past few days. Did you ever finish it yourself off stream? Or at least romance a character?
What? No, I haven't. Like, I finished a few runs, but I haven't done, like, the full true ending, I guess you could say. Sometimes I still play, and hubby plays too, but, like, we haven't, like, actually finished anything, if that makes sense. Thank you. I know jack shit about right Elden Ring. Oh boy, you've come to the right stream then, because I'm gonna geek the fuck out. Also, if you're planning on playing Elden Ring things, there might be heavy spoilers, because there's a lot of character design stuff that's intricately tried to the writing.
Good morning, Pink Thing and chat.
Hi!
Went to a Miku concert last night and it was an amazing experience.
Oh, that sounds so
My
fun.
fiance cried tears of joy since Miku is Hiroshi.
That's so sweet. Thank you. I can't believe that Miku actually has concerts. I don't know why my brain can't, like, fathom that for some reason, but, like, I like the Splatoon concerts, and it's similar technology, so... Miku's not real. Spanish, you're a bitch! Let them think she is.
Ah, yes, loathsome dung eater. The Devoyous Doodoo Devourer.
Yes, he is. I've seen the shots of him getting fucking shit tossed at him in the movie. Thank you. But yeah, Elden Ring is one of those things that, like, I'm low-key kind of obsessed with. So I might pop off a little.
I mean, the gorillas have concerts.
Oh yeah, and I think the technology works similarly to how Splatoon does it. And I love the Splatoon concert, so... It's too bad they're never gonna come to Europe. Yeah, or outside of Japan. They're saying some of the characters features will be features here will be walking spoilers. Oh, absolutely, and I'm not holding back. There's too much to say about Elden Ring for myself to like be like, no spoilers. No. Gorillas have real people though. They just decided to showcase themselves as cartoons. Yeah.
The YouTuber TV Skyen has been doing a playthrough of Elden Ring where he discusses the character designs of the bosses as he meets them.
Honestly, I might have to talk about other enemy designs and stuff and bosses in a different stream. Elden Ring is one of those games that if I had the time, I would replay like 5 times over because it's just generally so fun. Yeah. But I'm unfortunately not gonna touch another fucking FromSoft game until they make a new one.
Hello, Lily. Elden Ring is truly an amazing game, and I'm excited to see what you think of the cast of now legendary characters.
Oh, I like most of the things in Elden Ring, gruesome and nasty as they might be. Thank you.
Elden Ring is one of the only 2 games I've ever platinumed. Every boss, every ending, including DLC. The other one is another crab's treasure.
I think that I did 100% Elden Ring, didn't I? Keep in mind, thank you by the way, that this was pre-Lilygoth. Shadow of the Erdtree I did do later down the line when I was like streaming a little bit more actively. But we spent 6 months, 6 fucking months playing Elden Ring and doing everything we could in it. I'm terrible at Souls-like game. I'm okay at them. I still die a lot, but like, it's a game genre that I find very cathartic. So, are there VODs up for that? Would love to watch it. Sadly, no. Sadly, no. I think we did. I did download most of them. They're in my hard drive, but this was before we were dual streaming on YouTube. There is, I do think, VODs of the DLC though.
Bloods?
Probably gonna, yeah. There is DLC footage, VODs-wise, because I was streaming, was I using Lily when we did Shadow of the Erdtree? No. But I think I was starting to fuck around with YouTube back then. I still have most of them, mind you. Yeah, I think Shadow of the Erdtree does have VODs. I can't for the life of me remember if it was Lilygoth or not. I would sooner FromSoft return to their mecha routes again and stay there. Oh, I know. I love the fantasy shit that they've been doing. They've actually been great at it. You were using Paulina for base games, but Lilygoth for DLC. Yeah, the DLC is on YouTube then, because when I was using Lily, I was dual streaming, and when I was using Paulina, I was not. There's other companies not doing them at Souls-like styles. Oh, I disagree. I'm sorry. They might not have made anything new since Elden Ring, but Elden Ring kind of feels like their magnum opus in a way. Thanks so much for gifting a tier 1 sub, Job Tyrant. Thank you. Like, sure, I like Lies of P a lot, because I like what they did with the narrative, but I do think that there is something to be said with how well Souls-like games actually do their thing.
Hello, Pink Thing.
Hi! Thank you. Their closest competitor they have must be Lies of P, but that might be recency biasy. The thing is that Lies of P is a really good competitor against Souls-like because it does something different, which is narrative. But part of like the fun of Souls games is dead-ass building the narrative through the items and collecting things.
Having been on a bender of it for the past month, would love to see Yata poke at Armored Core 6.
Oh, I already played it.
You'd love air. FromSoft can't stop winning with me.
Dude, I actually did play Armored Core 6, and I had the most brain-dead fucking build imaginable. It was great. Doesn't Wukong or Sekiro count? Sekiro is a FromSoft game. Wukong, would that count as a Souls-like? Ish, kind of? It feels more action RPG in elements to me than a Souls-like, but Sekiro was made by FromSoft if I'm not mistaken, so it's technically a Souls game. So in terms of like good competition, I would say Lies of P is the only Souls-like that I've played that I actually genuinely think can hold a candle to Elden Ring. And it's much smaller in scale. The games look outdated. No, they don't. The old ones do, yeah, sure, I'll give you that much. Because they are old. Like, Bloodborne looks outdated, it's old. Dark Souls looks outdated, it's old. But Elden Ring looks beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Like, there's, like, so much love and craft and care that went into that fucking game.
The fun of Elden Ring is killing God, God's entire extended family, God's ex-husband, God's ex-wife, and God's pet dog for good measure.
I hate to say that I genuinely did annihilate every single one of them. I don't think that there was a single boss that escaped my radar when we were playing Elden Ring. Not a one! Except Rani. But, like, I'm not gonna kill Rani. You can't kill her. You can't kill wife.
Did you have a chance to see AI Limit? It recently released a DLC, and it is mostly a Souls game without stamina.
No idea what that is, actually, but thank you. Yeah, Rani's not a boss. Renala is. Rani is, like, she can be your boss, and she has... Honestly, I would call Elden Ring the most elaborate dating sim I've ever played. Did you fight all the dragons? Yes. I killed pretty much everything. Do you guys remember, like, did I miss any bosses? I don't think I did. I think I literally fucking just went in and poked everything. I went in with my Uchi Gucci's, I annihilated everything, I made the fucking most stupid build on the planet, and we just got shit done. Meow.
Sekiro made me rage quit as it did not click when I initially played it. I went back to it and got the good ending during 2020 during the lockdowns.
Sekiro is a game that I haven't played yet, but I know it's very parry heavy, and I'm afraid of that. Thank you. Did you go Unga Bunga? Oh no, I don't like Unga Bunga. I went Dex. Unga Bunga can be very fun, but if you Unga your Bunga correctly, you can kind of breeze through boss fights, and I like a challenge. I've seen some people annihilate bosses in like 3 hits, and I find that pretty boring personally. So I was like, okay, what's something that is not as easy as a magic build, but can give me a little bit more time to like watch the bosses do their thing without caving their skulls in? And a Dex build fit my playstyle. Hobby suggested it actually. He was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't think I want to do magic though, because I like to get up in there. And he was like, why don't you just try like a Dex build? And I was like, ooh. What is that? And he was like, 2 swords, maybe?
Did you do the Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne?
No, believe it or not, heresy, I've never finished Bloodborne. I have it, I own it, never finished it. So I have to finish Bloodborne, actually. I know all of the lore about it, I know everything about that game, have never finished it. Really, what? My first actual, like, full Souls games that I actually played from start to finish, recommended by Elden, was actually the Demon Souls remake, which I loved. Then Elden Ring. You can do the same shit with optimized decks and magic build. Oh yeah, but when I first started, I was not doing the super Unga Bunga shit. I know you can do it. You can do it with any build in Elden Ring, but you need to, like, New Game Plus that shit and super max it out, I think.
Love Elden Ring, but in GL, I have no ideas what to do most of the time and feel like I'm missing out on most bosses. Any advice?
Okay, I will give you some advice, but not everybody might like this advice. Use a map!
I wanted there to be a way to have Rani join you against PCR. Have her mini form on your shoulder or something like Mikola hangs off Reagan.
That would be super cute, but no, not allowed. Reagan, you mean Radan. Thank you. Okay, a lot of people might not like this advice, but use a map. There are literally like fully handcrafted Elden Ring maps out there that literally point to where every single boss is. You can still do most exploration on your own, but if you get lost, you can use that shit. Because there's a lot of, like, little caves and mini dungeons you can miss. If you don't like that, you can do first playthrough, go at your own fucking pace, miss whatever you want, and then second playthrough, fully fucking maptism that shit. If you want to, like, 100% it. That's what I would recommend. But not everybody's cool with that. Some people need to explore every corner of the lands between blind, and that's also okay. I didn't find patches on my first one. Oh, you can miss patches. Yeah, I almost missed them. People find new secrets in Elden Ring after somebody plays. There's so much to find. I do genuinely think that, like, Hubby played it and he found a lot of stuff, but then he also missed some things. If there was something to do and well in Bloodborne, I want to try out that wheel weapon. I like the big axe, personally. But I think I would try something new if I actually gave the game another stab. Helping a friend play Elden Ring and pointing him out directions to go. Hobby actually kind of helped me with that. He kind of made me a map with no spoilers. And it wasn't even a map. It was just like a series of notes. So go left here, do this.
Oh hey, Jamatsu just revealed a game with pink TH.
Oh, nice. Thank you. And that's how I went through it because I was like, I don't want to miss things. And he was like, I got you, baby boo. Because he'd already played it by then. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna help you with like a comprehensive guide to Elden Ring that won't spoil jack shit for you. But also won't be a map. And I'm like, is that gonna help? And he's like, I don't know, you decide. And it actually did. Because I was like crying that I didn't want to miss anything. I may have played Elden Ring enough so I can remember every item is and how to do every quest. How many New Game Pluses would that be? At least 3. If I had a magic build, like a magic knight build, I would have used the Dark Moon Greatsword, but like, Uchi Gucci. I like stabbing things, I like slicing, and I like using the same combo for everything. I literally R1'd my way to victory, even against Millennia. I just took my bottoms off so I would roll faster. What carries over a New Game Plus anyway? I think your stats. And items. Maybe not I've never done New Game Plus. Like, people who have played Elden Ring like 5 times, what carries over? You can't just tactically strip. I did it! No, for me, Unga Boonga is like, grab hammer and hit the boss 50 times before it can even attack you. It's basically, Unga Boonga to me is like, have enough poise to tank the damage, roll away, heal, go back in, smash the fuck out of it, and then roll away. What I like is the dex build.
Long live Tyranny.
I love
Witch
Robbie.
of the Dark Moon.
Thank you. There's no poise. You know what I mean, bitch. Don't get cocky with me. The dex build is more like, I need speed and I need mobility because I want to dodge.
Real talk. How many subs for you to stream Bloodborne?
I mean, I would stream it regardless, but if you guys want to do a sub goal, we can do it. Yum. Yeah, jump, hammer, strike for me is the Unga Boonga method. Because cavemen.
And non-key items carry over.
Thank you. Yeah, the key items don't. Thank you very, very much. With the dex build, I don't like to tank damage because it makes me like nervous. I like to roll away and I like to dodge attacks and watch the boss animations and learn shit and just go back in and tactfully fucking smack them in the face. BB, thanks so much for sub. Well, slice them in the face. And then roll away. Like, I like watching the animations, and if I was like fully Unga Boongaing, I wouldn't be able to do that. But that's just my particular playstyle. Like, One playthrough I want to do, though, which I'm trying to get, like, Crimson to do with me, I want to do a Soldier of Godric playthrough, which is you just get the Soldier of Godric uniform, the weapons from the Soldier of Godric's, and that's it. You're not allowed to fucking use anything else. Make your way through the game like that, mama, because you can technically beat Elden Ring with whatever weapon you want. You made Radhan a joke compared to what he was for me. Skill issue. Also, I did go into Radhan with everybody as well because I like that Patches leaves immediately and I liked seeing the character interactions. Oh god, not that challenge. It sounds funny as shit, though! Big sword is my preferred build. See, I can't do big sword. I'm too slow. I like speed. My other thing I wanted to do was a magic build just to test it out because I'm sure it has its own share of challenges. But maybe Magic Knight. Maybe like my ultimate goal would be the Dark Moon Greatsword. But again, it's slow. The carrion spells are super fun. You mean like the glintstone ones or the actual carrion spells? There is a difference. Nyam. Slower, but it hits like a truck. Yeah, like the lack in speed makes up for the payoff in actually caving someone's skull in. But I like the speed.
2 months of Pink Thing stream.
Yay!
Here's to month 3. Lily G Bongo, Lily G Bongo,
Thanks
Lily
so much
G
for the
Heart,
sub
Lily
raid.
G Bongo, Lily G Bongo.
Thank you. If I manage to enjoy a sorcery run, I want to narrow in on death sorcery. Ooh. Ooh.
I know magic is a bit memed on, but I loved using the Carian thrusting sword since it allowed me to LARP as a magic knight due to it doubling as a catalyst.
Yeah, I like
Needing
the double
Carian swords
weapons.
and big magic gavel.
I like the ones that double as catalyst, but you can still stab with, because there's some enemies that will just not go for
Stone
projectiles. Thank you.
Guide, cross mark and square emoji, pretty character guide, white check mark emoji.
Thank you. I very rarely use the weapon arts, that's the problem. That's another reason, because, like, my playstyle is very, one combo Andy. I was trying to make a bleed build, which I think I used about once. I got, like, seppuku, you're supposed to stab yourself, then go, like, yell at something, and then go in and fight the boss. No time, mama. Run in, no pants, slice. R1 the entire time. My gameplay, from what I remember, drove people fucking nuts. Like, you're not here for optimal gameplay. You're here to watch a fucking pink thing loser barrel her way through the entire game with one combo, 2 swords, and a dream. Curry, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you.
My go-to build in Elden Ring is the Holy Knight. A mix of strength, dex, and faith. Today's phrase is Deus Vult.
Before, like, Hubby gave me the advice to do dex, I had a faith build. Thank you. I had a faith build, right? Which I could describe my Tarnished as... He can't read the Bible, but he sure as fuck believes in it. He was not smart. It was a big lance and a big tower shield, right? Like the Golden Knight's tower shield.
Mimic Spirit and Being Spam from the Blade of Knight of Flame was my endgame build.
Nice. And then you just went, right? But like Dex was better. Also, here's an Elden Ring challenge reveal. Can you beat it with Elon Musk's build?
Gimme Beast Claws. Feral Badger build go BRR.
Super fun. Impossible. What do you mean? Oh, hell no. Which is? Hold on, no, I need to look it up. There's a video on it. Wait, did someone already try it? That build is so bad. Like, that's the thing. There's not supposed to be bad builds in Elden Ring. Only Wafu did try it.
Haven't gotten around to playing the
here's the
game,
deal.
but I've seen some cool Spellblade vids using Miriam's Vanishing, quite hype.
There's a lot of really cool builds in Elden Ring, yeah. I had a dual wielding sword build. Pretty solid, I would say.
Elon Musk's build? You mean having someone else play for you while pretending to play?
Diabolical read. Thanks so much for the super. Yeah. Yeah, like apparently it was really bad, but I don't know what was wrong with it either. Sorcery is really fun, though. From what I hear, I like Dex, but if I ever want to like not spend the majority of my run dodge rolling, I would try Sorcery. I've seen players melt bosses with just domos. Oh, here's the thing though, right? With New Game Plus and a beefy enough weapon, you can basically annihilate everything in Elden Ring. Build regardless.
My favorite run I saw of Elden Ring was someone chugging laxatives and eating Taco Bell and try to beat it before he shits himself.
Elden Ring is a really big game though. Okay. Let's see what this build
Elon
actually
Musk,
is.
you all know him. He's the man who kicked the EV industry into gear, sends rockets into space, and single-handedly f***ed up Twitter 20 ways from Sunday. Seriously, dude, what the f*** is an X?
Oh,
but did you
dude.
know that on top of all that, Elon also happens to be a pro gamer?
No, he's not. I love that.
That's right. In addition to running several companies, entering into politics, and neglecting his kids, Elon also finds time for video games. One of which, as it just so happens, is Elden Ring. Much like the rest of us, Elon walked the path of the Tarnished to become Elden Lord. And believe it or not, he was benevolent enough to grace us mere mortals with the very build that he used to conquer the lands between. And it, sucks.
Okay. Oh, mama, he's fat rolling. No!
Faith builds are weaker than most but slept on Nemo.
Agreed. Okay, my guy's fat rolling. You have 31 vigor, 38 mind, 23 endurance. Oh, but no wonder! But the fat roll.
Sucks. But with that being the case, I thought it might be fun to try and use his build
Oh,
and
no.
beat
People
Elden
have
Ring
beaten
with it. So
Elden
that
Ring with just the crap class that starts at LVL 1 and its starting gear and not even leveling it, so anything is possible.
With enough skill, you can beat Elden Ring with a stick. That's not fat rolling, Lily. That's obese rolling. Wouldn't know. I kept it fucking medium to
my
light
friends,
all
is
the way.
what we're gonna do today. Now, since this challenge is a bit more complex than usual, I'm gonna lay out some ground rules. First
Okay.
off, I can only use spells, equipment,
Oh,
and items that are
Why would
shown
you do
on
that to
Elon's
yourself? Why would you do that to yourself?
build. No substitutions, exchanges, or refunds. As far as stats go, I can level up in any order I want, but once I reach level 111, I must have the
Honestly,
stats that are
my
present
first and
in
go-to
his
build for
Now, I'll
all
level
Souls
up.
Ring games has been: Step 1. Find the Zweiach. Step 2. If not available, grab the biggest two-hander immediately available. Step 3. Beat the brakes off everything in my path. No rolling, no...
No buffs block with a sword like untended. That, my friends, is an Unga Punga player. I salute you. Cannot fucking do it because it's too slow for my liking, but I salute you.
Whatever I want if I go past that point, but since one of the main challenges with this build is that it's fat rolling, I'm going to add the restriction that no matter
I'm
what
a
I level...
Bloodborne fan through and through, but the one thing I like about Elden Ring is that you can go full in on a bow build.
You can build
which is
anything,
slept
yeah.
on, which allows me to achieve my primal hunter dreams.
I only really use the bow to, like, distract things. Thank you.
I must be fat rolling at all times.
Ah,
Finally, anything
no,
not expressly
you're
shown
the-
in the build, such as physic content,
Seriously,
flask
he
allocation,
went in
and
hard
weapon or
mode.
summon levels is gonna be up to me. I think that's about enough to get us started. As always, make sure you leave a like if you are enjoying the video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I think that about covers the intro.
Like, holy shit. My mama's playing the game on hard mode.
I remember when someone called out Elon Musk for how joyless his life is, and after that his Twitter for a while was wow. I love this book I'm reading to try to prove he knew how to enjoy things.
It's giving insecure. Thank you. Okay. So we're not gonna go into this video, but this one was by Cryptics. Wonderfully done. Why would you make life so hard for yourself? Because we have a segment to get to, okay? Meta, thanks so much for the membership. 8 months of being a Pink fan. Bottom, chugging gamer subs, watching weird game stuff, and funding innocent comics. Huzzah! Huzzah! All right. Elden Ring, let's do it. Get ready for me to geek the fuck out. Elden Ring. Critically acclaimed. Long as dicks. Fun as fuck. George R.R. Martin's procrastination to fucking finish the Game of Thrones series. It's got it all, mama. Poison, swamps, magic, hot ladies. Probably the weirdest dating sim I've ever fucking played. But another thing that it has is absolutely beautiful artwork in every facet of the fucking game. I am talking environment, concept art, character design, which is what we're gonna zero in on today, weapons, hell, even like the places and the dungeons you can go into, you could just stop and admire them because they're so pretty. And also in every fucking shot of their stupid game, there's a fuck-ass giant gold tree in the background. But tonight we are going in on the character design of Elden Ring, which is actually pretty elaborate. It's pretty much, what would I describe Elden Ring as? It's fantasy. I would not call it gritty fantasy, but it's not high fantasy either. There's something kind of dark about it all throughout. Melancholy. Everything is dead. It's a Souls game, mama. But unlike most Souls games that I know of, there's actually a decent amount of girly pops, and B, a really big cast. Elden Ring, I think, is like the biggest game that FromSoft has ever made to this date. And it really reflects that. There's a lot of stories, and there's a lot of people you can meet and talk to and murder. So we're gonna look at a fraction of them today. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but there is a lot of characters here, and I want to at least look at like the big kahuna ones, you know? Without further ado, let's look at some Elden Ring characters. Also, disclaimer, we started this one out with screenshots, but then they weren't looking that great, so hubby had the brilliant idea to go hunt down the art book. So we did. And we spent a while, we scanned a lot of shit into it. So we are using both screenshots and the art from the concept art from the book, because that kind of like will help us with some details that the game might not show, because believe it or not, there's not that many good images in game that people have gotten of a lot of the characters, especially the bosses, which makes sense if Millennia's about to cleave your skull open. You don't want to fucking sit around screenshotting her, do you? But still. Another disclaimer, this is going to be spoiler fucking heavy. I'm not going to hold back on the geek out. The game is decently old at this point, so if you don't want to get spoiled on Elden Ring and you want to play it, which you should, click off. I will love you anyway. All right, let's start. We start with baby girl, with Melina. Where's my triangle? Hold on. Now, Melina as a character is pretty unassuming, right? But there's a lot that goes into her, and her design actually greatly reflects... Hold on, she needs it. And her design kind of greatly reflects the assistance role that she has in the game for you. This is what she looks like in-game. Beautiful doll-like face, one eye is perma-closed, traveling cloak, very sweet, soft demure voice, put your hand on titty, but for a moment, you can level up. The thing I like about Melina's design, though, is that for a companion character, she's pretty simple when it comes to her design. She is wearing a nice cloak. Let's jump into the concept art, actually, because I think that shows her outfit a little bit better. She saves you from being meaningless. Indeed. So Melena's outfit has two parts, which is the outer cloak that you usually see her wearing, and then the inner dress, which she normally wears, which is this. So this might look pretty unassuming from the outside looking in, but there's a ton of detail in this. Like, the dress is made out of, like, 2 layers and then a little baby cloak at the neck, pretty big boots, and, like, pants. But she also has, like, some longer sleeves underneath the darker gray tunic. And the darker gray tunic itself has a ton of detail on it, like embroidery, tassels. It might not look like it, but it's made of very fine materials. Like, Melina, we kind of know what her deal is, we kind of don't. She substitutes a finger maid and a guide player for the character, so you level up through her. And she has an outfit that's really simple, but it doesn't feel like something a commoner would wear either. Does that make sense? I want answers about her so bad. Maybe we'll get them in the movie. Yeah, very long legs, a very muted color palette, very gray, mostly neutral colors. She doesn't do a lot of bright shades in the design, but here's the thing. Most people in Elden Ring don't do bright colors. It's kind of muted and subdued for the most part. Princess pretending to be a commoner. That's kind of the vibe you get with her, yeah. And she has some pretty interesting design details besides her outfit, I think. But the outfit itself, while pretty unassuming, does give off the air of royalty, I would say. Especially, like, the pin that fastens her cloak is pretty fancy. And her boots are fairly fancy as well, because they're like leather that's like laces up on the back. Now, this is what Melina looks like face-wise. Her eye is always closed. And interestingly enough, she has a tattoo of 3 skeletal fingers that goes over her left eye, right? Can she open this eye? Depends. Depends on what ending you get, and they've never really answered questions about it. But her other eye is blue, right? So she's very, very pretty, very soft facial features, doll-like almost, wavy brown hair. And the interesting thing about her is that she never addresses the eye thing. She just has it, right? Like, it's just one of those things that, like, she refuses to talk about. And you will notice in this, like, bust shop that she has that there's a lot of, like, silver elements to her costume. Like, she has silver buttons. She has a silver clasp. The tattoo is not as readable in this bit of concept art, but it's pretty prevalent in-game. And it ties to some other stuff about the game as well. But she does describe herself as pretty much burned and bodiless, so she's more of a spirit than a person. Which is why I think she also has such a ghostly appearance. Now, the hands is actually something I never got to notice in the game, because they don't really talk about it. They are heavily scarred. Like, burnt, almost. Like, she grabbed something that was burning and fucking let it go. Which probably has a lot to do with her backstory that we don't have a lot of answers on, unfortunately. But it's nice that they added this detail. I never noticed the hands. I don't think you could notice them in-game. And then when Melina first appears to you in-game, she looks like this. This is the outer cloak that she is usually wearing. In-game, it looks almost a little bit greenish because of the like lighting and surrounding elements. But in concept, it's meant to be almost a charcoal black. With a big gold pin in the middle and a gigantic hood. It gives her an air of mystery and also ties into like that very spiritual side of the character that she has. And again, out of Elden Ring's cast, she has one of the simpler designs out of all of them. But it gets the job done. She's someone who's usually with you regardless, and you can just talk to her at whatever side of grace. That's your campfire to you. I like when she catches on fire. Spanish. She can catch on fire. She accepts that fate. Yeah, she has another design if you pick the bad ending, but I don't know if it's probably not in here. Like, the art book only really goes into, like, the designs that they use through the most of the game. But yeah, like, Melina, as far as, like, one of the first characters that you encounter, has a very nice design. It's intricate, but it's in a really subtle way. Overall, I do like Melena's design a lot, especially for a companion character. I like how mysterious she is. I like how simple her face is. In general, she's just incredibly beautiful, but in a very subtle way. So I like her a ton. This next one is a special character. It's not technically a character, but it is. It's weird. Torrent! What, you thought I was gonna make an Elden Ring video and not talk about the bestest boy? Torrent, also known as the Spectral Steed, is the Hons, goat, what the fuck is he? Thing that you ride around in Elden Ring. He is usually seen with Melina before she basically hands him over to you. He genuinely looks like... It's like a little mini baby horse. He's tiny compared to other horses in the game, but he's also not entirely a horse, so that's fine. He has your saddle, he has your provisions. He's a very loyal itty-bitty boy. He can't go in dungeons. And I like that he very much fits that, like, grimy, like, dark fantasy vibe that Elden Ring has, because, like, he looks like he needs several brushings. His horns are really pretty, and altogether, even though he looks a little coarse and scraggly, he's a good boy. And he can double jump, yes. But you can also die if you fall off a cliff with him, so be careful. He looks very shaggy. He needs, like, 50 brushings. I don't know if Melina was brushing him. Loki needs a bath or at least a brushing. Like, 50 brushings. But, like, he's a spirit, so he doesn't give a shit.
Crescent Moon Axe is the 5Xiest tax hands down.
Oh yeah, that one's dope. Thank you.
I wish they would have let us call her at any Grace just so we can chat with her a little. It would
Yeah.
have made what happens later more impactful.
Yeah. The thing with Melina is that at certain sites of Grace, she does have dialogue, which is why I was compelled to find all of them. Thank you. But she doesn't always have stuff to say, sadly. At least he doesn't smell, I think. It's a spirit, so of course he doesn't smell.
Haunts.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, she mostly speaks at the churches, and she talks a lot in the Atlas Plateau.
There's a theory that she's the Glomite Queen.
I have heard that one, yeah, but she's very much confirmed to be one of Marika's kids, for sure. Thank you.
Look at Melly's hair. Do you think she even owns a brush?
No, not even a little bit, actually. It's funny because she has hair that's similar to like what Rani would have had she been alive. Thank you. He looks like a stinky boy, but like that's how you know that he knows his way around. He straight up yeets you off his back as soon as you reach a Forbidden Forest in the DLC. Oh yeah, you don't have a Huns for that bit. Man, Marika's genuinely a bad mom, but I also feel bad for her though. I think that she is Mesmer's sister. In the Game of Thrones books, uniforms are described as looking goat-like and shaggy, so I think Torrent might be a reference to that. Could very well be the case. Yeah, this could be a George R.R. Martin Easter egg. Thank you. Thank you for the super. Don't know why YouTube didn't read that. Alright, moving on. Oh, this bitch. Whiteface Vare, also known as, oh, no bitches. A little shit. Now, Vare is one of those characters that I ran into him. Con el puto acento barré, cabrón. I ran into him at first, and I was like, what the fuck is your damage? Because he was immediately mean to you? But he has a bigger quest line later down the road. You'll run into him a few times. And fun fact, you should not attack this dude. He will wipe the floor with you at first. Moving on to his artwork, though, because he does have some. A lot of people died to him because they didn't think that he was a threat. Okay, so this is his concept art, right? So the first thing you'll notice about his design is that he's not clean. And he's not clean in a very ominous way. There's a lot of blood on him. His clothes are really torn. His gloves are mismatched, almost like he had originally a white one and he lost it. He carries a decent chunk of gear with him, but mainly like it's his dagger. And he never shows his face. Like, they call him white-faced, not because it's a white boy, but because he's wearing, like, a white porcelain mask that I don't think he ever takes off, you know? He also covers his head. All I know, he looks like he's wearing a very weird traveler's cloak. And I do like the fact that it's not, like, even though it's not very colorful, there is some slight hints of blue in there. Like, a really, really pale, almost sickly blue on his head. And there's also some blue in, like, his, trinkets, you know, and, like, his, purse and shit. Yeah, every single person that has a unique mask in Elden Ring does have a face underneath it. Yes, they do. But Selen is the only one that we really care about, let's face it. So yeah, Var is one of those characters that, like, he looks unassuming from far away, but then as you get close and, you observe him, it's like, wait a minute. You're not good news. Another thing I noticed about him is that he kind of looks like a doctor, like a surgeon, you know? Bloodstains everywhere on his clothes. He has, like, really big gloves. The way he talks to you is almost always condescending, but he does shit with surgical precision, and you can definitely tell in his characters, but, like, from the front, he looks like someone who might have been a healer, doctor, surgeon, and then from the back, it's like, oh, it's an assassin. It's an absolute assassin. Okay, let's get the fuck out of Dodge. But usually in Elden Ring, most NPCs, you will not see their back often because they will turn around to talk to you. So on his back, it's mainly like the dark clothing patterns and the mismatched gloves. And he does have like his traveling cloak, but it seems like the light gray he has on the front, it's almost like an apron. And you can tell that, like, he doesn't see a ton of upkeep because most of his clothes are really worn, really torn, and really ragged. This is the dagger that he likes to use. Is a close-up on his face. Well, mask. And yeah, like, his whole shtick is that, like, murder is kind of like his vibe. His armor set is actually called the War Surgeon set. Yeah. He does look like a surgeon. He does look like a doctor. Albeit a very violent one, I would say. Like, Team Medic, but he's mean. He's always been mean! He's always been super mean, and he doesn't look nice, either. Like, a lot of characters in Elden Ring, you will run up to them and be like, I don't trust you, but this is one of the ones that I immediately was like, oof, I don't like you, you know? And he's like the very first person you talk to ever.
Look, what I'm trying to say is that your fit is mid and you get no bitches.
Literally! That's literally what he tells you when you, like, leave that cave. He's like, ooh.
You have no maidens to start due to Var probably killing your actual maiden.
Thank you. He has a pretty voice, though. Oh, yeah, he does.
Ain't Var all covered up cause his weapon set has that rot stat and he's covering himself to prevent catching it himself?
Yeah, it's kind of Plague Doctor coded, how they had, like, their masks filled with herbs and they would poke people with a stick so they wouldn't have to touch anybody who was icky. He does go out like a bitch once you actually kill him, though. Yes, once you get to, yeah, but, like, at the start of the game, he taunts you, and if you try and go for it, he will literally fucking stab you to death. But yeah, Var is a pretty bad news character, and his design kind of reflects that. All right, moving right along. He gives a warning. 1. The nomadic merchant Kale. I love these dudes. You will find a few of them in the lands between, but this is the first one that you actually talk to, and I think he does have some form of quest progression. They all play music, and they all look like weird garden gnomes. And, like, that's the vibe. It's like, yeah, scrawny Santa. He will sell you things if you don't have, like, a weapon or something yet. Let's take a closer look. So most nomadic merchants kind of follow a vibe similar to this, but I like it because they actually have a decent pop of color in their designs. Like they have feathers, they have really like vibrant fur cloaks, oranges, reds, yellows. They're not very armored, but they do have like big bulky clothing. Best boy, oh yeah. And a big screechy hand. Dead ass a big screechy hand. I like it though because they do generally look like travelers with like their little instrument and shit. And you just buy stuff from them with like runes. And it's a genuinely fun vibe. I love the hat. I like the mouth covering as well. The feathers are super vibrant. There's like, in Elden Ring, there's some people that look like really tall, scrawny, fucking cryptid ass looking bitches. And that's what these are, mama. Like, if they stand up, they have, like, really gangly limbs, and, like, they're really weird and off-putting, and their proportions are nasty. But that's kind of, like, their vibe, you know? It's the butt scratcher, yeah. But, again, super vibrant, very nice, but still very much fitting into the Elden Ring aesthetic, while you can very clearly tell they're not exactly from here. You know? They have a lot of trinkets also, like they're merchants for the most part, but like they have pretty elaborate designs, like the big knife, the belt with the stones, the embroidery on the edges of the jacket, the fuzzy cloaks as well. It's all in all a pretty interesting design for a merchant character. There's some close-ups also of their donkey. If you guys thought Torrent looked fucked. Their like little traveling donkeys look so sickly and so sad. Dude, sad horns. With, like, all of their wares and stuff that they sell on its back. Poor baby. And then we also have a close-up of their weapons and their instruments. So, like, yeah, they have, like, really long spindly bows, some nice curved swords, a curved dagger, and whatever the fuck it is that they're playing, mama. I don't even know what instrument this was based off, but it's extreme. Feed that donkey some raisins. Give him some raisins. Torrance gets raisins, and he's not even alive. I want that sword. Oh, the swords are beautiful. Like, sometimes the concept art has, like, the weapons included as well. Yeah, I was gonna say that their vibe feels distinctly Mongolian, considering the fact that they're, like, nomads, and that hat is very, like, Mongol-coded. It's Kazakh hobbies. Oh, the ring? Yeah, baby. Very Mongolian vibe, yeah. Yeah, especially because of, like, the nomadic element. And the hats and cloaks are very much, like, akin to Mongolian clothing. Also, the face covering and, like, the long, scraggly hair as well is super unique to, like, the Elden Ring vibe. Most of the gangly NPCs don't have that. They have, like, very stringy hair, and they look kind of gross, and they don't have facial hair. But the merchants do, which is pretty interesting. They can totally throat sing. They make some noises, yes, I would say that.
The only correct spot to rest at when closing the game.
Yeah, literally. I would reset back at that church so often. Thank you.
I know one of the big themes in Elden Ring is color. And the merchants are interesting in yellow, same as the frenzy and madness.
Yeah, they do have actually kind of frenzy colors, but not as bright as the actual flames of frenzy. Thank you.
I wish they kept Kale's quest line in the game. It's a great alternative route to the FF ending, plus great voice work.
Yeah, not every... some stuff was cut, sadly. But he's still around, thankfully.
I really hope the movie addresses the major cut quest line of the Nomads. It's super tragic and builds on the lore of the outer god of frenzy.
Yeah. Again, it's super interesting, and I do hope that the movie goes into some of that stuff. I do feel like it's going to be a prequel, though. Thank you. I can hear Buddy saying you will cry. Oh, yeah. Ew, Ballast arms. They're just really gangly. My 5,000 hours in Elden Ring will surely be useful here. Yes. If you look at the notes that the merchants sell, that they're color-coded to the individual merchants. I wish I could play again, but yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the Frenzied Flame is not something that you go into a ton, sadly. Alright, who's next? Oh, Yura. Yura! When I first saw Yura's design, I was like, you look like a mushroom, bitch! And that's it. That was, like, the extent of my analysis when I first saw the dude. But he actually has some pretty interesting armor, besides the story, right? So, like, this is what he looks like when you run into him in-game. But let's take a closer look, because he actually has some really interesting armor elements. Look at that! Look at that! Like, his armor is beautiful, okay? It's plated, it's almost scaled, the hat looks like a mushroom, but it looks like it kind of has, like, weird scales on it. It's torn, it's tattered, but there's, like, definitely a sign of a ton of detail on it. Like, gold embroidery that's faded through time. Keep in mind, a lot of the characters of Elden Ring are, like, thousands of years old. Some of them are. His weapons are really, like, well showcased. You can see some chainmail underneath the armor. It's not a full set. Like, he's not, like, in full night mode. He mainly has protection on his head, shoulders, and legs. And arms. His torso's fairly uncovered, and I think it's because he needs, like, pretty agile movements. Like, I don't quite get this dude's vibe sometimes, but I did finish his quest line. But I can tell you that aesthetically, he looks very much traveling knight / mercenary. A little samurai coated as well, that you can see his shirt has, like, overlapping segments on it. He has, like, the billowing cloth going down from, like, his pants. The belt thing that he's wearing is also super, like, Ronin coated. Yeah. Like, very much a traveling kind of, like, warrior vibe. But I like it, though, because they managed to mesh the Western and Eastern influences together really well. Because he doesn't feel like a complete outsider to the lands between, but he doesn't quite fit in there either, you know? Also, you can see on his cloak that there's a ton of eyes there, you know? And it kind of, like, ties him to, like, that whole, like, madness quiz. Like, it's tied to the Frenzied Flame. It's complicated. You have to go, like, really into his, like, storyline for it. Yeah, there's foreshadowing everywhere on his character. If you play his questline, if you know, you know. But he has eyes everywhere. And eyes in Elden Ring, a lot of characters tend to keep them covered for lore reasons. They're kind of associated with madness in a way. It's, like, very, very creepy, kind of off-putting. It looks elaborate, but then it's like, why is your cloak staring at me, my guy? And they're not, like, they're mostly on his cloak, but you can also see some eye-like patterns on the back of his legs as well. And he's also someone who very rarely makes eye contact with you, if that makes sense. Grant us eyes. Yeah, no! And make chaos take the world, basically. Even Marika covers her eyes. Most characters in Elden Ring don't look at you in the eye. Someone always has, like, an eye closed or is blindfolded or something. It's really weird. But yeah, this one has a ton of foreshadowing in his actual outfit, and it's super elaborate. I love it to bits. Even though he's, like, one of those NPCs that you can miss this guy, by the way. He still has a lot going on as a character, and I definitely love that. Mushroom guy. He does look like a mushroom. Yeah, they're really subtle but chilling foreshadowing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you play the game, if you know, it's like, oh. But if you haven't, you're just gonna be like, oh, that's a cool little tidbit on the cloak that there's eyes all over it. Yay! You know? FromSoft really likes doing that. Yeah, foreshadowing is kind of their thing. They don't do face animations. That could be part of it, but it also ties to the lore of Elden Ring. So that's why he has a mushroom helmet. If you ate him, you'd see some shit. Absolutely. Don't go into the lake. A dragon rests there. It goes into the lake. It gets roasted. Oh, me. He gives you the Uchigatana, which is an instant way to win me over. No, he can have some pretty cool weapons. I also think he's the one that kind of, like, leads you towards the dragon altar thing. if I am not mistaken. I played a few years ago. But yeah. Like, it's one of those things that, like, since the map in Elden Ring is so big, you can definitely miss some NPCs like this. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you get the Uchigatana from a catacomb in Limgrave? Because, like, I started my run with one, and then I found the other one in a catacomb in Limgrave, and that's when I went double Uchi Gucci. He's a super cool character. I know, and, like, the foreshadowing is not subtle. Yeah, you get the long one, which I was not using. Yeah, if you get invaded, he will usually save you. Okay, also, the thing I give credit to Elden Ring is how visually appealing it is. Yes, it's still all dirty, but it's very colorful and has interesting shapes, like this dude with the meat and metal hat. Yeah, they do. Thank you for the super. I don't know why YouTube didn't reread that. But they do. They do like to play with shapes, and they do like to play with concepts. You're going to see a lot of stuff in Elden Ring that has a lot of repetition. A lot of it being fingers and eyes. Just random-ass body parts, actually. Hi. Saves, but like he does like 2 damage hit. Potato, chat. Anyway, yeah. This is one of the characters that has like pretty interesting designs, but you can miss him. Let's keep it going. Selen. Okay, can I just say Selen? Can I say about Selen? I don't give a shit. Like Selen almost gripper sniffer. Selen almost made me regret not choosing a magic build because I love her so much. Because, like, fun fact about Selen, if you are dumb, if your intelligence stat is below, like, 8 or 9, she will not talk to you. She will be like, oh, you're fucking stupid. I can't teach you anything. Which is so fucking funny. Selen has a great design overall because even though she's, like, a Raya Lucaria, what's it called? Raya Lucaria mage, she does a very unique design, I think so. And it's funny because she has a very unique face underneath the mask, but she never takes it off, so let's take a closer look at her artwork. Yeah, she's a glintstone sorcerer. So this is Selen's actual design in-game. She is beautiful, mama. I love her glintstone crown, like the mask that she's wearing. That's what they're called, I think. Because hers is actually super ladylike, right? Normally, they look like Burger King on crack, which is super fucking funny. But she's actually wearing a set of robes you can get in the game with her own particular brand of accessories, right? So she's wearing the blue Carrion robes with, like, the red accents, which is actually my favorite color combination in Elden Ring, fun fact. I actually think I rocked the Carrion Royal Knight set for a bit. Really fucking long sleeves. She has a silver pendant that's really beautiful. The roped belt. And she also has bandages on her arms and on her legs. And also bare feet. The most interesting part about Selen, though, the thing that immediately draws you to the character is the mask, though. The kind of, like, Mona Lisa smile vibe that she's rocking, and when she talks to you, it genuinely feels like she's insulting your intelligence at every turn, and that smug-ass mask does not help when it comes to, like, fucking Selen, does it? Yeah, she wears a standard outfit, and some things look a little bit more unique to her, but the mask is the thing that, like, you see, and you see that it's Selen. So you can see what the actual head size she has underneath the mask looks like. The masks are oversized. And it's very much like a lady sorcerer vibe, which I love, with, like, the leaf crown, the actual glintstone on the top. All for challenging sorceries, you know? Magic. She is basically your base source of spells at the beginning of the game. Before you get to, like, to Liurnia, which is where the academy is, she basically gives you all the glintstone sorceries, provided you're smart enough to fucking use them. Now, if you guys are wondering, what the fuck does this woman look like underneath that fucking stone dome? I got you, baby boo. Hey, baby! Selen is gorgeous. Selen is stunning, okay? So a fun fact about Elden Ring, everybody who wears a mask has a face underneath that you can actually make with the character creator. This is what Selen's face looks like. She is beautiful, dark hair. She has it braided in the back, like shadow heart. A little shadow heart coated, yeah, I would say. It's braided in the back. She has like long wispy bangs, beautiful blue eyes, very like elegant facial features, straight brows. It's really sad that you don't really get to see this at all in game because she's always wearing that fucking mask, mama. Always. You don't have to do Selen's quest to get to Comet Azure. No, but I did it anyway because I like her. I can't unsee that now. She's like Start's mom has got going on. No! Would you guys rather Wood with the mask or without the mask? Oh, she is Shadowheart. She just does look a lot like Shadowheart, yeah. And then she becomes a ball. It's a long story. If I ever make a comic with Selen, because I've made Elden Ring stuff before, I have actually been working on a comic. Should I do it with the mask on? Should we keep the mask on? Is she romanceable? Sadly, no. She does have a quest line you can do, though. Side note, I think that she body snatched someone. This might be the body she snatched. Her story's kind of complicated. It's better without the mask. Yeah, but I do think that the mask makes her go from, like, basic NPC to elevated NPC status, because no one else has that. The only female sorcerer you meet is literally Selen, and that's it. Besides Renala, but Renala doesn't wear the mask.
Selene has such a pretty face under the mask.
Oh, it's gorgeous, but sadly we never really get to see it. Thank you. The moaning with the bucket on the head would sound so weird. Oh my god, it would, yeah.
Everyone's favorite unethical magical scientist.
Oh, she's
Rennie's
terrible.
Not a scientist. She is a politician.
She is absolutely god-awful, I would say. Like, if you guys knew what Selen used to do to people, yeah, you'd fucking agree. But, like, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she has two bodies. It's a weird quest line, mama. But she's hot, and that makes it okay, basically.
Take it off during sex.
Yeah, maybe she takes it off, probably. Thank you. Nasty woman. Terrible person. But we love Selen in this house, okay?
For a comic, I feel like taking off the mask should be an important moment.
Probably, even though it's body snatch. Thank you. Yeah, the first one you meet is a projection, but I'm trying to not, like,
Would you put
fuck it, we're going
heart
to
eyes
spoilers.
on the helmet?
Yes, I would. The thing about Selen, right, is that the first time you meet her, you don't actually meet her. You meet, like, a spirit version of her. Her real body is stashed somewhere else, but then you kind of have to, like, kill her, except not really. Like, pull her heart out, and then put it in the body that you used to finish her quest line. Which, I think this is the face for that body. This is the face for the body that you snatch. Takes it off after for a kiss. Puts it back after giving some sloppy toppy. How heavy are the glintstone crowns? I never used them because I saw them and I was like, oh, that's gonna make me fat roll. They're stone, so fairly heavy, yeah. Damn, Orokin behavior. It's literally like, dude, you don't know the half of it. Actually kind of heavy for magic items. Why would you want to wear a helmet made of old stone? Simple, because they have glintstone on the top, and glintstone is like the stone of stars in Elden Ring that these people use for sorcery. Elden Ring has a bunch of factions in the game. You have people from the Golden Order, which is basically Marika's ilk, and then you have the Carrion Royals, which is basically Rani's people, including Selen. And then you have the Frenzied Flame people. There's a lot, okay? A lot. And they just keep adding more. The Rot people. The Blood people. The Busi Nusi people, which if you play the DLC, if you know, you know. The Sleep people. Yeah, there's a lot. Each crown weighs like 5 pounds. Oh. Glintstone into the head. Please don't do that. The frog people. You mean the Albinorics? But yeah. Doesn't it become their head at some points? Only if they become graven masses, which is what Selen was doing to people, and that's why she got expelled from the academy. Selen was basically snatching sorcerers and turning them into, like, masses, orbs of, like, made of their masks, and, like, their brains were in there, and they were all melded into, like, one thing. They're called star seeds in Elden Ring. It's really weird, but, like, point is, she got expelled! Actually, I can actually show you guys what Selen turns people into. I have it in the art book. It's in the enemies section. They turned into that by their own fault. Nope, it is heavily implied that Selen was actually doing that to people. Anyone who pursued the primeval current of sorcery had a very significant risk of turning into one of those things or dying. I think, yeah, I think she herself turns into one at the end of her quest line because she fucked around and found out. I thought at first that Rani turned her into it, but no, she did to herself. I thought Selen was a serial killer. That's exactly what she is. Yeah, it's glintstone magic itself is safe. The thing that is not safe is the primeval current. Renala banned it. When Renala came in to, like, start pursuing glintstone sorcery, she saw the primeval current and she was like, we're not fucking with this anymore, okay? And then when she got all sad because husband, who was actually wife, left, Selen wanted to fucking do that shit. Oh, no, the graven masses do not show up for some reason. Anyway, moving on. We went in on it. Kenneth Hyde! Kenny, how could I forget about Kenny? I forgot about Kenny! Kenny's so fucking funny because Kenny is like one of those characters that I forgot about immediately. I don't even remember your quest. Did we do it? We did, right? He's the best. He's so nice. Because he's like, help me reclaim my fortress. And then when you do, he climbs up on his fortress and he's like, there is nothing on top of my fortress. I wanted to give you nobility, a title, something. Like, I'm still waiting to be knighted, Jackass. Yeah, he was gonna knight us. But then he was like, oh, I got nothing, right? So this is what Kenny looks like in-game. He's fairly elaborate, very fancy. Kenny himself does not actually have concept art, so I'm going to talk about his character here. He is a noble, and he's actually not a bad guy. He's just a little bit up himself, I guess you could say. But if you help him, he would become ride or die if given the chance. Sadly, the game doesn't really give you that chance, because he's just like, I will knight you when the time comes, and then he just never does it. But what we do have is artwork of his outfit, because believe it or not, you can actually get the set, I think. This is like the nobleman's outfit for the Lands Between. This is the outfit that Kenny is wearing, minus mask and headpiece. It's beautiful. I do believe that those robes are also what Rhea wears, in minus the big cloak. I love it, though, because it has, like, the beautiful embroidery, very bright colors. Do you guys want to know a fun fact? In medieval times, you were not allowed to wear bright colors unless you were a noble. Or you were a prostitute. The big difference being is that nobles had to keep their shoulders covered, and usually they use cloaks like these, or really fancy brocades and fabrics and stuff. Prostitutes had to basically have their shoulders uncovered, and the brightly colored dresses attracted customers. So the nobles in the Lands Between are very much well-dressed. There's several layers to this outfit. There is the shift, the white blouse, the green robe, which is very ornately embroidered with gold and little gems, a lot of beautiful little patterns. Then you have the overcoat or cloak, which is fur-lined. It is fairly cold in a lot of places in the Land Between. It also is simpler in design, but has some very nice embroidery and really nice draping. I can buy that, yep. Scandalous, very much so. So this is what Kenny wears minus the headpiece, because that's just a mask and a veil, right? So he's wearing, like, the green tunic with the white shift and then the fur cloak on top. And you can tell by the way that they're textured in-game, look at this fucking face, jackass, the way that they're textured in-game, that they're very heavy fabrics. So they're like silk and brocade, which are not easy to get a hold of. Commoners often wore linen or cotton. stuff that's very, like, easy to produce and spin for. But nobles had wool, fur, silk, all that jazz. He has a beard. Kenny has a beard. He's just really blonde. Look. A very blonde man! Yeah, a lot of the nobles in the Lands Between wear masks like that, indeed. He does have a beard, he's just really blonde. Also, I do believe that, like, most people in the Lands Between, except for the Tarnished, he does have a gold glow in his eyes. The super scraggly people in the dungeons don't, neither do the nomad merchants, but most humans, except for the ones whose eyes you can't see, do have a golden glow in there. I know him as the guy that you can kick off a cliff to get a free seed. Yep. Don't do that. But yes, you can. And that's his armor set. Very simple shoes underneath. But I love the detail and the embroidery and the gold on the tunic underneath the cloak.
Kenneth is genuinely one of the kindest characters in the game despite being a nobleman.
Yeah, he's really nice, believe it or not. Thank you. It's funny he looks tired as fuck. He is tired.
He understands Nephili is queen-worthy, so he is alright.
Oh, yeah. Like, he sees Nephili and he's like, bet! She should be the queen. Thank you.
Glenn's tones are in their own way a form of corrupting star radiation.
Yes.
Lusat and Azur's Glenn's tones started fusing into their brains, and Smarag, a dragon, ate so many sorcerers that his body became corrupted by glintstone.
Keep in mind, all of this lore chat is legit, and you can get all of this shit through items in the game. If you don't want to do that, though, because it is a lot of collecting, Vadi Vidya, shout out fucking Vadi, has lore for pretty much everything, and his, like, comprehensive map of Elden Ring is insane. Corruption through war. It's mainly that most forces in Elden Ring that are not even the Greater Will. I mentioned how there's a bunch of different factions, right? Most things in Elden Ring can and will fuck with mortals, right? So the Elden Ring corrupted pretty much all the demigods in a way. The Greater Will took over Marika and the Lands Between. Glintstone can basically turn you into crystal. The Frenzied Flame makes you go insane. Death Root makes you basically die. Like, there's a lot of stuff in Elden Ring that's gonna, like, not good for you. Alright. Who's after Kenny? And thank you for the super. Oh! Wood, 1,000,000,000% wood. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I want that wolf daddy. I want that. Not give me that fucking shit. Give it to me. Arf. Bark, mama. I love blood. I have drawn this dude. Fucking before for, like, commissions and shit. Would 10 out of 10 would do it again, mama. I love the wolf man. His design is phenomenal. Certified furry trash. Certified furry trash, and we love it. The first time you meet this buttfuck, he's, like, up on the rooftop of, like, some ruins howling at nothing. It immediately made me curious and fucking feral. Do not insert the bowel clip. I'm bad enough by myself. Okay, I need to take a closer look because I've actually never seen his concept art besides what I saw in the game. Oh, he's so pretty! So, the thing about Blyde, is that he is actually Ranni's, like, guardian, right? Ranni is known as Empyrean. That means that she could become a god, but she's not. Every Empyrean got given one of, like, these dogs, okay? Creatures. But Blythe was actually raised alongside Ranni, so they're like childhood friends. The thing I like about his design is that there is a feral fucking elegance in this motherfucking wolf that I'm never gonna get over. And they actually dealt with what I like to call the furry neck problem really well with this design. Usually when you're making furries and you try to give them the width of a normal human head, like the neck, it's gonna look like shit. when I was drawing, for example, Bon Likon from Zenless Zone Zero, I was looking at the model and something about it was off-putting to me. Because I was trying to draw it basically the same way. And, yeah, it's the neck. A dog's neck, a wolf's neck is much thicker than a human's neck. And the way that the Elden Ring design team solved this problem was big cloak. Giant cloak. Giant cloak made out of, like, fucking super faded, beautiful Carian fabric. Fur-lined as well. It's, like, scraggly and shaggy and bushy. It gives him hella wide shoulders. And it also completely hides the nape of his neck. The thing that would make this design look super awkward because he has completely human proportions underneath that. His armor is gorgeous. It is a darker version of the Carian Knight armor, I believe, without all the blue and red details. It is fucking scaled, plated. There is so much intricate detail that goes into the metal of this fucking armor. It's so beautiful. Look at it. Like the two maidens on the front. All the little etchings, like the overlapping knots and ties. The little scales that are covering the wolf dick. Not! Okay. The scaly, the almost like scaled bits of the boots, the knee pads, like... Blythe is actually wearing full-ass fucking armor, okay? Full thing! Minus a little bit on the legs, because he doesn't really need that. And the thing that makes him shine is, like, obviously the cape. He's also a gentleman. What a gentleman! He is ride or die for Rani, by the way. His questline is actually one of the ones that actually did make me cry a lot. But yeah, like, his thing is, like, he is Rani's protector. He will basically stick around with a few quests with you. You can fight Radan with him in your party if you want to. And he will love every second of it. I want that wolf dick. I want that wolf dick, chat. He deserved better. He did. He's so cute, though. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm feral for this wolf daddy, but, like, Most Mamoru Hizimoto. That's the most otaku thing I've ever heard. Your character only goes up to his waist, perfect height. He's so tall. He's a big dog thing. Like, the only other one of these that we meet, besides the baleful shadows, it's Malekith, which also Loki kind of would, but his boss fight made me fucking break out in hives. It was so fucking difficult. I'm straight and I'd consider it. You're not alone. I love the wolf daddy! I want that knot. I can take it. I don't have a spine. His thing was that he couldn't resist being a beast in the end, was it? Yeah. Yeah, like, it's part of the weirder bits of Elden Ring lore that if you are Empyrean, and that's also why I was kind of confused that we never saw Mikela and Millennia's creatures. They should have gotten a wolf like this each. So, the Greater Will, which is like the big god thing of Elden Ring, the thing that like created the Elden Ring, all that jazz, is actually communicates through people through the two fingers, which are two giant fucking fingers that are vile and disgusting and ill. And each Empyrean, which is basically, if you're Empyrean, you can become a god. Being a demigod in Elden Ring is not enough to guarantee you godhood. You need to be an Empyrean. There are only 3 of them in the whole entire game. It is Rani, Millennia, and Mikela. And Rani was like, fuck that noise. She did not want to be Empyrean, so... She has this wolf that if she ever betrays the Greater Will, the wolf will try and kill her. That's part of the quest line with Blythe. And it makes me so sad. But point is... Wolf Daddy, hot, bark bark.
Radagon's pecs am I thirsty for him.
Yeah, thank you. The wolves are failsafes, and they don't always work. Thank you. Blythe, my beloved. He's such a good design, too. The first time I saw him, I was like, what?
Unholy bow noises intensify.
I just genuinely like the design. Furry aside, he could have been like a normal-ass man under the wolf mask, and I would still fucking bone his ass. It's just a really good fit, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Bow the whale's husband.
Thank you. The fingers are just winging it. Yeah, but that's not something you find out until you hit DLC, fun fact.
More of a brother-in-law to us than Ranny's actual siblings.
Yeah, believe it or not, Blythe is more of like a brother-in-law than Ronnie's actual siblings, because one of them is a snake and the other one is insane. He will send you on a quest to find the nearest kindergarten to seek the tastiest children. He doesn't eat children!
Bestest boy and Bao's husband.
He's so pretty, though. Thank you. Bullshit.
Some people have 2 wolves inside of them. According to Bao, she has more than 10 and all of them are from him.
I genuinely love this character's design. Regardless, it's so pretty.
Skin on skin, in the bathroom, in the bedroom,
Chat.
in the hallway,
Chat.
in the woods.
Chat.
It don't matter where.
Chat.
I could take Blade.
Chat! But yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Bro was chilling next to a rune bear with no care.
Yeah, he didn't care. He didn't give a... That's why it was kind of hard to find him. It was the first time I fucking ran into a room bear. It was like, ah! But then you managed to talk to him and it's like, ooh, a wolf. Okay.
Didn't his VA read out some of the thirst tweets?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not super familiar. Okay.
Lily, your Bao is showing with that comment. Also chat clip that.
Y'all degenerates. No, most people like Blythe.
Fun fact, Blade is Welsh for wolf.
Yep, they do use a lot of Welsh in Elden Ring. Okay, after Wolf Daddy, we got... Oh, I love Luna, side note. Book, my baby! You're gonna say, Lily, what the fuck is that rat? You shut your fucking whore mouth! That is my son. Buck is the nicest bean. He's an uggo, but his heart is beautiful. His heart is beautiful. He fixes your clothes, and he can make them better, and he can do, like, altars for you, and he's so sweet. Like, does Bach even... He does have concept art, but, like, he's so cute. He's a rat boy. He is. And he's genuinely useful, and he follows you around, and he's the first person to ever, like, acknowledge you as the Elden Lord. He's like, you know what? You have what it takes. You are my lord. And it's like, oh, baby, let's see more. So, Bach actually doesn't have a concept art for him. We have the Beastman. He's like, what is he, a demi-human? The demi-human design. What he actually has that makes him unique is he has his little baby hat, and his little baby vest, and his sewing kit on his hip, and he also has, like, a roll of fabric on his back. Other than that, though, he looks exactly like these cunts. Fun fact, I was so close to not include him in this because I never found him in game, and I was like, who the fuck is this idiot? Oh, because he starts the game out as, like, transformed into a bush. Oh my god! Oh, I never saw the con- Buck, you're beautiful! I swear! Ah, they look like sentient possums! Ew! They're kind of cute. No, they're not! Ew! And they yell at you in game like, ah! And, like, their eyes turn red and they always knife at you, like, that you're beautiful, also gag reflex. No, Buck, your heart is so beautiful, but you're like, oh! Why do they look like they have rabies? Fun fact, possums can't get... He's so beautiful. Possums can't get rabies. Oh, I can't. The teeth look human. They're demi-humans. Looks like a Labubu. No. My guy is still sweet. He's still the nicest person in Elden Ring, and I love him to bits, and he's ride or die. Fun fact, yaks. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry, Bok. I'm sorry. I'd seen them in game, but I never saw them with that much detail because I basically ganked them immediately. Ew. The demi-human design is vile. Like, the cloaks are better, but like, oh my god, the rat feet. The rat feet. So, like, okay, fun fact, like, Bok's quest. Bok can actually become beautiful, but there is a catch. If he becomes beautiful, he dies. So I basically refused to resign my son to that face. And I told him, no, you're beautiful, even though he's a massive fucking uggo. Because if I sent him to Renala to respec, he would have died. Yeah, I told him, no, sweetie, you're perfect, because he is. Because otherwise he would go fucking gank. Yeah, basically to save his life, I told him he was beautiful, even though I was lying through my teeth and he's a fucking uggo. He's beautiful on the inside, chat. That's what matters. He has, yeah, his soul is beautiful. He recognizes you as a lord immediately. He fixes all your clothes, and he's like, I hope I can tailor stuff worth of a lord. You can give him, like, he has, like, 2 updates. He has, like, his sewing kit, which he will basically help you fix your clothes when you find them. And then you can give him, like, a golden needle, I think, inside of the Atlas Plateau, inside of, like, the big, palace city. The capital city, I think. And then he's gonna be like, oh, my lord, and he's so sweet, but he's so ugly on the outside. He's grunkly. Yeah, in Leyendell, you can actually give him a golden needle, and he will call you a lord, and then you can basically, he'll be like, but what if I'm ugly? I'm not fit enough to be your tailor, and you can be like, oh, no, you're a fucking uggo, go to Renala, and he dies, or you can just be like, no, you're beautiful. I feel like if I give him a sock, he will run away. He is kind of house elf-coded.
The most beautiful character in Elden Ring.
Yes, he is.
God, for real, for real.
Yes, he is, and I only gagged like 3 times. Sorry, not sorry.
Bok is a real ride or die for us. He's beautiful.
He's so beautiful. He's beautiful, his soul is beautiful, he's ride or die. And he actually gets a happy ending if you play your cards right, which is really rare in these games. Lily, what?
Best boy Bok, and proof the inside matters more.
It does though, thank you. Although, if you've ever seen his human form, he's so beautiful. Sadly though, most things that Renala makes, except
he
you,
looks
die.
like a possum cryptid abomination.
Yeah!
My boy.
He's doing his best though, thank you. The beautiful soul is definitely more important than the beautiful body.
Fun fact, it's implied Bok and Rhea are siblings.
Wait, do you think he was born from, like, the same fucked up ritual? But he's not, like, snake-like at all, though. Thank you.
So if you like this thing is the equivalent of having one of those hairless cats. Got it.
Yeah. It's like a Sphinx cat. He's just as friendly. Thank you.
Radagon was an Empyrean but gave it all away to an all-devouring serpent cuz he
No,
liked
I
Dread
don't
and
think he
Morgott
was.
and
No, he
Mugwort
wasn't.
cursed from birth and couldn't be an Empyrean in eyes of the Golden Order.
He
Very
was
sad.
never named Empyrean, believe it or not.
I completely discarded my save and reset after making the mistake of giving poor BB a larval tear.
You sent
I
him
never
to his
felt
death.
so depressed for a character in my whole life.
No, I would have reset my save too. I'm with you on that. You sent him to his death. That's so sad. Thank you. That's a weird looking dog energy. I already knew that you could fuck up like that, so that's why I didn't do it. Because Hubby was like, don't do it, don't. I was like, why? And he's like, just don't do it. I was like, okay. Okay, after Best Boy Bok. My wife! My wife, ride or fucking die. The only reason, Rani, that you don't have a full fucking kinky feek is because you are so obnoxiously difficult to draw that I cannot fucking make myself make you a comic. It's not the doll body things, it's the faces. Rani is my beloved moon wife, my fucking pick for this long-ass otome for which I had to fucking kill everything in the land, okay? She is beautiful, her design is great, her story and lore are flawless. She is a fucking bad fucking bitch who doesn't fucking give a rat's ass about anybody else, okay? Draw her. I have before, but I don't know if I could do it again because her stupid face. I told hubby, like, hey, like, technically, Rani kind of abandons the doll body if you get her ending, right? Because we go off on, like, a 1,000-year journey to the stars. I could technically draw, like, a celestial god version of Rani and not have to do the astral face. And he was like, yeah, but you'd have to design that yourself. But God, I love her. Absolute perfection of a character. She's a tsundere through and through, though. She will give you shit. There's a part of her questline that's so fucking funny that you can find a miniature version of her. And if you start talking at her at a side of grace as if it was her, eventually she's gonna be like, shut the fuck up, I'm actually in here. It's so fucking funny. Let's take a closer look because I do think that her outfit warrants a ton of speaking about. Okay, Rani, right? So Rani was one of the characters that was first introduced in Elden Ring when people had trailers and promotional images. And people fell in love with this fucking smurf witch bitch immediately. Immediately, okay? Because she not only looks so beautiful, she's incredibly mysterious and ethereal and gorgeous. Rani, the first thing you will notice about her is the hat is gigantic. It looks frosty. It's like a snow witch vibe. And then you will see her face. Rani is actually not a doll, fun fact. She used to be a person. She is Empyrean. I don't know if she still was by the time the game started, but she wanted to not be. So her spirit is actually in that doll, and it's a fairly old one. Most of the events in Elden Ring happen like 5,000 years after a ton of stuff goes down. And her design kind of like shows that, right? The design of the doll itself, it's crumbling away. It's like a rope body, and you can see it in her feet, right? It's a rope body that's basically been encased in enchanted clay. So she no longer has the grippers, and the clay slash porcelain of her legs has mostly fallen away. She has 4 arms, because for some reason, a 4-handed hand job is better than a 2-handed hand job. They're like stitched on, you can see the ropes, you can see the clay, and the most notable feature she has is her face, which has one eye closed, the opposite eye of Melina, and the other eye is basically like a spectral face with like really long hair that she can also talk to you with. They're both actually rigged to speak. It's hiding under the brim of like a very beautiful frosty witch hat that also low-key kind of resembles a mushroom. And then you see in her outfit that she actually is very much dressed like a noblewoman. She has a very delicate white gown and then a white robe on top of it. And then she has this like fur cloak that kind of resembles Blythe's with the braided sides to it and like little bandages. So her design is actually fairly elaborate, but deceptively so. It looks simple at a glance. The bulk of the character's features are mainly on like the face and hat, right? And it's just really interesting to see her because despite the fact that she might look kind of unassuming to some, she has deadass one of the most complicated quest lines in this fucking game. One of the best ones, too. This character is so important she has an ending, okay? 4-arm, yes. We never know why she has 4 arms. The doll body is apparently based off her mentor. But the 4 arms is just something that happens, okay? It might be a Raya Lucaria thing because she is a princess. You could probably tell by her demeanor and the way that she speaks, but design-wise, she's also really elegant and really alluring. Very, like, soft, graceful. Her body language is always like this. She doesn't do a lot of sudden movements at all, ever. She's just always, like, sitting very pretty with her cloak and her 4 little hands and speaks very elegantly. Yeah, the puppet enemies have 4 arms. That might be why she has 4 as well. But yeah, if you can't tell at a glance with Rani, she is a doll. She's not actually, like, a person in the sense. So that's why she is your size. Her original body, yeah, like 8 feet tall. She used to be much bigger. But I think she likes the smaller doll body. And this is the view from the back. So, a thing about Rani's design that I genuinely love is the muted use of blues all over it. because it's a very frosty snow witch vibe. Fun fact, you can actually get her armor if you complete up to a certain point of her questline. And she has like a dress that's not quite white. It's tinged blue-gray. Her cloak starts out tinged blue because of her hair. And the underside of her hat is a very frosty blue color. Her skin is really pallid blue, almost like frozen over. And it's just a color palette that has no warmth to it whatsoever. We've omitted the warmth entirely, okay? Everything about this character is cold because her fucking theme is like snow witch, dark side of the moon, super mysterious vibes. I also love the shape language for this character in general because it's a perfect like triangular composition. It's incredibly graceful. She has a silhouette that's a bit chaotic, but it also has quite a bit of softness to it. And mainly because of the fur cloak, because believe it or not, the eye can travel really easily down Rani's form. The brim of the hat sticking out so much, especially from the front of the design, helps you not miss the spectral face. And then you can go down from there, down the rest of her body, and she's just chill, you know? It's a fascinating concept for a character, and they execute it flawlessly well. Bonus! This is Rani's Empyrean body. So Rani did a little bit of shenanigans. She's actually the reason the Elden Ring was shattered. But basically what happened is she wanted to die, but she wanted her soul. She wanted her body to die because her body was Empyrean. She didn't want it. But her soul had to be alive. So she orchestrated a whole plot to make sure that someone else died at the same exact time that she did so that her spirit could live while the spirit of the person who died at the very same time that she did would die. And she did manage it, and this is a body you can find in the Divine Tower of Liurnia. She was a redhead originally. We don't exactly know how she topped herself, but it's heavily implied that she set herself on fire. And the person that got murked at the same time as she did was one of the demigods. Fun fact. This is a challenging wank. Yeah, no, this is just to kind of like to show you the scale of the character, because like if you actually find her body in the tower, she's huge. But it's mainly to show that she used to be a redhead. A redhead, and she used to wear like the Carian blues and basically the same royalty colors that her mom did. They're really big on that. Yeah, they like fire.
Pringles can.
No, bad. Thank you. A really tall redhead. Most Empyreans are pretty big, except Mikela.
Perfection. Tian. The only
I love
competition is millennia.
Mm-hmm. Completely agree. Thank you. You probably got burned and ganked for these senses. No, she topped herself, I think. Thank you. Yeah, a beautiful doll, honest to God. She prefers that body, I think.
I am ride or die for Rani. I brought her Age of the Stars in my playthrough.
Oh, I did too.
She also sits on a stack of books in her tower.
She's so cute. I did use that. Also, this mark on her back, that's actually part of the Rune of Death. It's like a curse mark of death, part of the rune.
Rani has 4 arms. This lets her pet all the puppies and please all the parts.
Yep.
I believe that her post-ending body is the same, just flesh.
Flesh or stars? Thank you.
I want you to krill my brother, Satan. You'll find him in his volcano lair. Don't come back until one of you is eat.
It's so fucking funny. It's like, kill one of my brothers, please, because I need the stars to move. Thank you.
There's a popular fan-o version of Rani who's a cute gray-haired cat girl who's this Bishonen version of the Tarnished with a ponytail. Kinda looks like Felix from Three Houses.
That's kind of funny.
I think you'd like that, oh.
He. She really did become as gods.
She did, actually. She wanted to, and then she did. Thank you. She wanted to be a god, just not the one that had the Elden Ring, basically.
She used to be a human, but most likely took out Marika's golden boy and started the shattering.
She started the shattering, yeah.
And only killing her body to avoid her fate. Why I say she is just as flawed as the rest.
Oh, yeah, no, she's terrible. Rani's horrible. Thank you.
Fun fact, You have the kills the bug role in the relationship.
Yep, thank you. She opted out of the present plan of divinity. Oh yeah, she was like, I would like to be a god, just not that one.
Did you ever notice that she stacks books at her chair or sits on a low wall so she can look taller to talk? She
Yes.
might be annoyed at being short.
Yeah, she does. She likes to look taller than you, which is very funny, because she's not tall at all. Thank you.
Wonderful character. Wouldn't say flawless since I wasn't keen on her condemning her half-brother to a soulless death and putting the reluctantly revived undead under constant persecution by the Golden Order.
Oh yeah, is she a good person? No, but no one in Elden Ring is a good person.
Ranni goes scorched earth on all the gods or choose to keep status quo or fix the order to its perfect state with gold mask or bring new ruinous ideals.
Ranni goes scorched earth and that's why I love her. Thank you.
Let's be real, Mel is a soul shard that broke away from Ranni during the body transfer.
I would have believed that if it wasn't for the fact that Mesmer specifically names Melina as his sister. And while yes, Radagon and Renala and Marika have their whole thing, it is considered like a different person.
No notes, no hesitation.
Chat!
1,000 years. That she's truly a redhead makes it doubly so.
Oh yeah, she is. 1,000 years journeying the stars. Plop, plop, plop of there, mama. Thank you.
Mushroom looking smurf looking ass.
Yeah, she's a bit smurfy, but I like that about her. Not an ounce of warmth in her design at all. Thank you. Oh yeah, Bach is the only good person. I'm responding to the temptation to the blue gal. She's strongly leaves. Fuck the YouTube center, by the way. Oh, you said fuck and immediately killed your super. Thank you. And Nefelli.
No one in Elden Ring is a good person, except Bach.
Yeah. Would you make a tier list of these? I want to make a tier list of the bosses, because I went through shit.
Lily, you cannot blame us with Ranni after Blade.
No, I can't, and I'm with you guys. But yeah, that was Ranni. Beautiful girl. Terrible person. Let's move on. Speaking of terrible people. Speaking of people so fucking terrible, we don't even have concept art patches. This guy is such a god-awful piece of shit human being, the fucking Slav squad on full display, that he doesn't even have concept art! Let me tell you something about patches, and this is the only thing you need to know about his character design. Deleted. Bald. Deleted, bald. What's Patches known for? Kicking you into holes, being a bald fucking bitch, Slav squatting his way to victory, and offloading all of his work onto you. Design-wise, he very much looks like a sketchy fucking character. Mama, he doesn't even have eyebrows. He doesn't even have eyebrows. It's, ugh. Oh my god, brother, ew. Like, tiny-ass eyes, like a little mouth, almost pointy ears, no eyebrows, deleted bald. The most, like, thief armor set you're ever gonna see in your life. Like, with just leather armor and that's it. Daggers. You could choose to spare him, because when you first meet him, you fight him. Or you could just kill him. I didn't kill him because I needed him for something, but man, I was tempted. I do like how, like, scrunkly and, like, bandit-coated he looks, though. I love the leather straps and, like, the half armor, the little, like, black cloak, mismatched color and colors in his pants and his tunic, and the boots wrapped in leather so they wouldn't fucking fall apart. Which is really funny that Patches doesn't have concept art, because Patches is in, like, every fucking Souls game known to man. Every single one! Always! He has been there since the start, and they just keep bringing him back, chat. Patches has the funniest character interaction to me, because he can fight Radan with you. But as soon as the fight starts and all the summons come in, Patches sees Radan, goes, oh no, and leaves the battlefield immediately. It's so fucking funny. Like, I love that for him, though. I do. Yeah, he sees Radan and goes, nope. Mr. Psychos, thanks so much for the raid. Hi, guys. This is actually the nicest Patches, because he actually shows that he cares about Rhea and her mother, unlike all of the other Patches that are self-centered assholes. Yeah, this Patches is nice. The one in Demon Souls, I may or may not have killed him. But this Patches is nice-ish. It kind of. He still kicks me down a cliff. But yeah, Patches is Patches. He's like a FromSoft, he's like their mascot. It's like how Atlas has like Jack Frost, like hoo-hoo. FromSoft has Patches. Is he an Armored Core? Oh, hubby just nodded. Is he really? I didn't find him in Armored Core. Yes, for fuck's sake. He's from Armored Core. He debuted in Armored Core. Oh, for fuck's sake. Atlas! Not Atlas, a fucking FromSoft. For fuck's sake, why? This bald fuck has always been around.
Hey, the guy who's been in all the Souls games.
Every single one. Every single one. Thank you. It wasn't the first one, it's funny. Okay, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, Patches is actually pretty funny if you can put up with his bullshit.
Miyazaki's favorite scoundrel.
I'm pretty sure that this is Miyazaki's, like, best boy, because he's in everything. Thank you. I like his slab squat.
In the cave, in the depths, as a spider, I can take Patches. I love this man in all universes.
Oh god, you want to
There's no
actually...
concept art because they perfected his design over a decade ago.
Wait, Wave, is that you? Wave, was that you? Wave.
That MF stole Sigward of Katarina, aka Onion Bro's armor in Dark Souls 3.
He steals
died
things.
the moment I saw that.
He steals things, Mama. Thank you.
Patches, the FromSoft Satan. He's in every FromSoft
Every
game,
single one.
even Armored Core.
I love Patches. Wave, why? Of all the... Why? Wave, I'm so questioning your
The
judgment.
true main character of the From Software games.
He is, thank you. It's not the playable character, it's Patches. Let him cook. No, no. Meow.
B Patches, put summon sign in Radon Festival. Get summoned, peace sign, fucking leaves.
He fucking leaves. It's so funny. Lily, I love the poison swabs. Wave, you're a different breed of player, okay? Thank you.
Also, the cleric in PC and DS1 is on site for him.
Really? Don't let Patches cook. Don't let Patches do anything. Thank you. He's not Ratman coded. This man is like a full-on bottom feeder.
TBH, do you even need concept art at this point when his character design stayed the same for over a decade?
No, you
We
don't.
love Patches.
You really don't. Patches is never gonna change, and he doesn't need to change. Are we gonna put Patches in the art book, sir? No.
What would our 63 form of him look like?
Still bald. Still bald and no eyebrows. Exactly the same. What do you mean? Gender fluid icon.
Fun fact. In Dark Souls 3, he is canonically one of the last people still alive at the literal end of the world.
Oh.
Less than 5.
I'm not surprised that Patches would be one of the last few people to survive. Thank you.
He's got a smug mug that belongs in Deadly Premonition, slimy little creature.
He's so slimy. I hate it. Thank you. And that's fucking Patches. Get the fuck out of my sight. Patches, leave. Who's next? Go, shoot. Oh, you. Okay. I would not Margit, but may I say that his design is absolutely fucking phenomenal. This was like my first taste of a legacy dungeon in Elden Ring, and it was like near the start. And I was just like, why does this thing keep handing me my ass back to me? He's such a hater, and his design is so fucking hater-coded. I love it because he genuinely looks so cursed in the best way. Cursed, but grand and powerful. He is a demigod, you know. And the fun thing about his design is that it's very much a character that was never meant to be in the public eye. I'll explain a little bit more about that later, but it kind of shows that there's like been neglect to him over the years. Let's take a closer look and I'll explain a little bit more. He looks cursed but kind of kingly. Yeah, he is a demigod. Delayed attack PTSD. So this is the concept art for Margit, right? He is a fell omen. So The first thing you'll notice about him is that he's full of horns that are basically growing out of his head. You cannot really see his eyes. The horn protrusions actually cover most of their bodies, fun fact. And he has like a really long, almost scorpion-like tail covered in horns as well. So the cloak that he's wearing in the actual game is a lot more tattered than this, but it's still kind of destroyed, right? Margit and his brother, which we'll see later, they are actually twins, but they are actually born from Marika, and I do believe the first Elden Lord, who's fucking, what, Godfrey? Godfrey. Whose name I always forget? Godfrey, right? But they are born as a curse. And as such, their design kind of reflects that. They're disproportioned. They will give you uncanny valley. They are scraggly, knobbly, gray-skinned, giant faces, no visible eyes, bare feet, a really, really long, gross tail. Their clothes are tattered, almost neglected, but they still have some semblance of nobility to them. These characters were basically raised in isolation because, fun fact, by the time Marika became queen in Elden Ring, the people who looked like this, the Horn Scent, or well, they descended from the Horn Scent, were like considered like heretic. Super bad luck. So most of them were killed at birth. But these, this is a demigod. So Marika was like, no, so they just hit them, you know? I think the design really, really reflects the cursed nature of the character, for sure. His weapon isn't, like, here in this bit of concept art, but it's, like, a really long, big cane hammer thing that looks just as knobbly and cursed as the rest of the character does. His color scheme is super muted, looks almost sickly. His face is, like, downcast. Like, there's almost, like, an air of shame in the body language for the character. Because, like, he knows he's cursed, and he knows that he couldn't help but be born in that way, you know? He deserved to be Elden Lord. Yeah, he tried his best, though. I do love his weapon. I love the weapon. I hate the delayed attacks, though. Everything about him just feels, like, ashamed. And also, we're using square shape language. His whole thing is that he doesn't want to let you through and try to become Elden Lord because he's tired of your bullshit. So, very stubborn, very stoic, will not fucking budge, okay? And, like, for me, this guy has, like, one of the best fake-outs, I think, in video gaming ever. He looks like a leopard to me. They were kind of reminiscent to that. Yeah, the omens were kind of reminiscent to, like, lepers, almost. They were considered cursed. The big fuck-all tree you see in the back of the Elden Ring background, the Erd tree, that came from something I believe called the Crucible, and the Crucible was responsible for these types of peeps, which were considered divine before, but once Mommy came into power, they're considered curses. This is his weapon, by the way, which is a cane thing that they can turn to like a hammer. They can fire magic from it, and they fire golden magic. His back is completely fucked. Again, his silhouette is super fucking gnarly, all right? Because he's growing horns everywhere, and you can chop them off, but apparently it hurts a lot. Tattered robes, kind of dirty, but still like faded gold because he is on the side of the greater will. It's a great stick, and I like the texturing of it because it resembles his tail almost. I use his weapon sometimes. I've never used it, but God, it was such a good fight. And then this is if you survive Elden Ring long enough. This is basically his corpse. When he's dead, he's not cursed. I'm not sure why. It's just like emaciated corpse, no longer cursed, but you can see how tall he is. He still looks very knobbly. And he keeps like the golden braid. I'm not like when you have a nympho girlfriend. Annihilated! This is how you end up after Rani's done with you. The last goodwill of the Erd tree. Yeah, it was basically uncursing him when he died. His boss fight, though, every iteration of it was legendary. It was such a good time. I felt bad. I felt bad when I fucking annihilated his ass after popping every rune I had left in my inventory. And I saw this, I was like, no, come on, don't make me feel like an asshole. Before he died, so he died in that form. Yeah, he was, like, blessed by gold before he fucking passed away. He was doing his job, and he was doing a bang-up job of it, but I came in to ruin it. Absolutely gorgeous. The way that Godfrey holds his body before the fight, though, it made me feel so bad. Was Godwin born before the twins? I do not fucking remember if he was. He got drained, annihilated. Yes, yeah. So these are like the second demigod kids that Marika had. Marika had a lot of fuck-ups. She had a lot of fuck-ups, okay? But yeah, this was Margit. A beautiful fucking character in all its cursed nobbliness.
I would march fine. I'll do it myself. Lily, devilish face emoji.
No, thank you. Yeah, Godwin, Morgott, and Mog were the first generation of kids. Yep.
I can never unhear that Margit's VA is Fortuno. Alice and Alfie's dad, and it forever colors my view of the character.
Oh no, is it really? No, I'm never gonna be able to look at it the same way again. Thank you.
His VA is Alice and Alphanot's dad.
Oh no! Why would you ruin it for me? Thank you.
The measuring stick of Elden Ring of Get Good.
Yeah, literally, this was like the great filter of Elden Ring was this boss fight. Dead ass this boss fight. Mesmer first, possibly Melina, Godwin, then these two. Here lies the best king Landel had. Morgott the Omen. He should have been king. I think he deserved it.
Poor Margit. Compared to everyone, his story is so sad. And probably the one more deserved to be Elden Lord.
Not Elden Lord. The only one who I think was fit to succeed his mother. But the greater will said I'll go no.
Steam, why are you refunding this game? Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
Literally, he is the great filter, okay? The problem is that a lot of people ran straight into the legacy dungeon without exploring.
At one point, horn and tail-like growths would have been considered holy gifts from the Crucible, but Marika's trauma from the horn-scent era likely scrubbed those teachings.
Yeah, she must have been horrified when she gave birth to these things then. Thank you.
Also, recent theories thanks to Night Train, Marika and possibly the shamans could be plant people. And it gives the demigods interesting patterns of the boys having animal elements and girls as plants.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. But yeah, I think that he was the only one who was like, probably deserved to succeed his mother. Alright, and that was Margit, or / Morgott, baby boy. Oh, the finger-reading crones. If you've never seen a character in Elden Ring that's gonna give you more heebie-jeebies than these. Old woman. Oh, this fucks. Is the design baller? Yes! It's so good. It's so ooky spooky. Like, look at their fucking disgusting grippers and, like, hands, and they were gripping the staff with the grippers. And, like, the empty eyes and shit. But, like, God, they're foul. Absolutely foul, chat. Let's see them a little bit closer. Okay, so the finger-reading crones are NPCs that let you talk to, like, the two fingers. But they're disgusting. Their whole thing is like fingies, right? So they grip like their staff with like their hands and feet. They're like super fucking old, no eyes. The design like beguiles that they're ancient being, like thousands of years old. They're always sitting on these weird rickety old benches, so I'm really glad that they included them in the concept art. And they always have like bells in their staves. And their staves, their staff looks like fingers. Like pointing fingers is disgusting. They have pretty ornate designs, but they're all made in a way that makes them look really, like, dated and old. Like, the robes are completely fucked up, faded, their jewelry looks, like, tarnished. Even the bell on their staff looks super, like, gross. But it's really funny because they kind of, like, represent the state of the world in Elden Ring, which is corrupted, old, disgusting. And yet, they have some of the most fascinating things to say in the game. When you beat a legacy dungeon, you can talk to them and they will tell you things. Decrepit, super. My favorite thing about this design, though, it's probably the very creative use of feet. Fucking... of, like, the feet and hands gripping the staff. Almost Dio that thing. I don't know if you can kill them. Story expose grandmas. Yeah, call them the lore grandmas. Their designs are great, though. I just really like the way that they denote, like, the passing of the ages, the corruption and the degradation of the Golden Order, and how things have kind of gone to, like, shit at the Lands Between. You can kill them. I've never tried. But I love their designs, and I love how fucked and old and gross they look. It's like one of those things that, like, it's intentionally made to be off-putting, but man, I love it to bits. So you're saying they're skilled at using their feet? No. No. There used to be a ton of these, by the way. You only really meet, like, 2 or 3 of them in the game. The rest of them are, like, in Lanedale. A lot of them are dead.
It's funny that so many important characters' names, and I think every god/demigod, start with G, R, or M, which are George R.R. Martin's initials.
Look, he had to fucking make himself known in there somehow, okay? Thank you.
I'm humored how Marika's kids are all cursed. Yet Radagon's were not.
I know, right? Radagon gave birth to... It's probably because they were not, like, weird. Radagon gave birth to 3 perfectly beautiful but not at all sane children. Thank you.
Check DMs.
I don't get it, Wave. Thank you. Half of them are named God. Yeah. That's why, like, Grani would have been the perfect choice to replace Marika, but she said absolutely not.
I have this same posture after a day at desk job.
Oh, yeah, chat. If you don't want your back to look like this in fucking 10 years, stop shrimping, please.
Ugh. Tarnished, your fingers, please
Oh,
let
yeah.
me sniffa, really
Yeah.
face emoji.
Yeah. They basically go up to her and they're like, your fingers! Let me see them! Let me read them! Tarnished, your fingers! And it just made me so uncomfortable.
I think the single
Thank
most
you.
important crone would be the In the Deep Root Depths and how she implied that the Knight of Black Knives was an inside job.
Oh, it was. It definitely was, yeah. Like, you learned that those assassins were actually closely tied to the Queen. Which makes you wonder, why the fuck would you want to off your own child? Shrimp check. Straighten those spines! Hear the cracking noises. See, what? You guys didn't like my finger reader impression?
Radagon and Marika are the same people. They committed self-CS.
Which is why Mikola and Malenia are cursed to filth. My back just popped like a glow stick. Good. Depends. Do you use your feet too? I mean, I can if you want me to. I don't have a spine. Just Pantheon things. Okay. Old woman, be gone. Oh, baby, another one. Baby girl. Baby girl. I wish you had an ending be still my heart, but you're one of the sweetest characters in this game, and she can survive, and I love her, okay? Roderica is so sweet. She is a shy bean. She is, I think, a former noble. She is tarnished like you. She's super sweet, and she makes me sad, but she also can have a pretty wholesome ending in a way. Protect. Oh, yeah. This is actually a shot with her hood on. Because I believe... You can actually get this set, fun fact. She takes off the hood after a bit, though, because she helps you with spirit tuning. And underneath the hood, she's just like a gorgeous little baby blonde. Beautiful face. Look at her. She's just shy. She's just shy. She's Bobby. Yeah, she's just the sweetest person. I love her to bits. She's usually in the round table hold, but you have to find her. And I like her design because it definitely, like, shows off that she's very much a noble. Let's take a closer look. So the way that you can tell that Roderica is actually a noble is because of the obscene amount of detail in her clothing. She has a ton of layers, and she also has color, okay? Not to mention all of the details in her clothing, from her boots and gloves having, like, embroidery on the leather and also ruffles on the inside, on the lining, to the ridiculous embossment and embroidery of the fabric of the over tunic that she wears, the fact that she has, like, trousers and then another tunic underneath, and then the bright fucking red cape with gorgeous tree motif embroidery in silver. This is not a character who's a commoner at all. She looks fancy, she acts fancy. She basically got sent back to the lands between because all the tarnished were banished. And she's very, very ooky spooky about a lot of things. So she did not pursue becoming Elden Lord, but she can help you with other quests. I love this armor set, though. It's so incredibly beautiful. I especially love all the details on the fabric. Like, you can tell like it's like silk, something fancy. The gloves and boots are my favorite. I also really like the elaborate details on her neckline, especially the bits of embroidery and then the ruffles on the collar. It's one of the best hoods submission masks. Yeah, you can actually get this hood. Her outfit is beautiful. It's like one of the ones that if I was playing as a girly pop, I would have probably used it the whole way. She's so sad though, and actually, you can see kind of like the details on the back of the outfit on the neckline. Here. Everything's kind of like tree motif and very, very beautiful. This is just for like the armor set, mind you, because you can get this. But you'll also notice that she has a lot of really beautiful embroidery on the sleeves of the outfit too, and on the back. Like the gloves have it, there's cuffs on her upper arm that have it, and there's a lot of really nice texturing to the fabric of the dress. This silhouette for her, like the body language is very drawn in and kind of like sad, but the silhouette is very elegant. Almost ethereal in a way, because she's the one that does spirit tuning. And there is a blue version of this hood as well, which is actually right here. But for Roderica, we care more about the red one. It's so, so, so pretty. And she has, like, the cutest face. And she has freckles and she's sad. And her accent is actually phenomenal. Editors, insert clip. Sad and timid. Yeah, the body language is very much withdrawn, which makes me so sad because she's so sweet. Roderica is blonde, yes. This is mainly the armor set. But I just wanted you guys to see the set in detail because that's basically what she's wearing. Some characters in Elden Ring have NPC armor sets that you can wear. Not all of them have sets that you can equip, but for the most part, they do. So the ones that don't have like full character concept art tend to be NPCs that have armor sets that are available in the game.
I already have the curse of shrimp. There is no saving me.
No. Thank you. Damn, this is reverse 1999 levels of detailed clothing. Yeah, it is, it is. It definitely fits into that, like, dark fantasy aesthetic while being very medieval in its fashion. She's very sweet, yes. I only use it to upgrade my mimic tier. I never use the fucking spirits. There was supposed to be a green hood, but it got cut out. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Mainly the red and blue ones were different uses. Okay, so that was Roderica. Okay. You get triangle for being best boy! Best fucking boy. Alexander, Warrior Jar. The absolute tits. The best character in this game. He's fucking tippy top. He's a bro. He's gross, but he's so cool. I fell in love with this character ever since they started showing trailers and like they showed that you could like fucking like punt him out of a hole. I was like, what is this creature? What is this creature? Yeah, the jars, the living jars. Alexander is one of them. These are actually, believe it or not, enemies in the game, but Alexander is a rare case of an NPC version that you can actually talk to. He has a quest line. He made me cry, but he's the boy! He's so ride or die, chat. And the fun part about his design and how you could tell that he was like the goat is how fucking friend-shaped he is. I'm gonna use the concept art for the enemies in the game because Alexander himself doesn't have any. But let me show you the shape language of the jars and why they're pretty unassuming, believe it or not. Can you fill him with alcohol? He's filled with corpses. Okay, so the thing about the living jars, design-wise, is that their shape language is pretty friend-shaped. They're very round. They're not very angular. But they have limbs that have very weird proportions and are kind of jagged. So the design balances itself between a decent use of triangular shapes and round shapes, which gives them some intensity and some while at the same time not making them completely scream on sight. Because while there are jars that are enemies in the game, there's also jars that are not. So you needed to go for a design, I think, that would not make you immediately like, ah, you know? The most interesting thing about them is that they have a red seal on the top, and that is usually the Urge tree. And that is like the only bit of color that they have. They have some pretty intricate, like woven almost root-like patterns on the top rim of the jar itself. And their arms and legs seem to be made out of clay themselves too. It's a really simple design in a way, but I think it really does convey that like friend-shaped like whimsy of Elden Ring, that like it's not all sadness and people dying. There is levity in it. All they need to do was give him the most Giga Chad voice ever. He had the most Giga Chad voice ever. Yeah, the jars in the Lands Between and the ones in the Shadowlands are different, yes. And he is what's known as a warrior jar, which means that all jars hold corpses, so they could like take them to the Erd tree and they would like come back. But warrior jars basically take the corpses of strong fighters and then they can fight themselves. But yeah, it's a very simple design. You can actually see the little baby jars in the bottom there. Those are way more friend-shaped, no angles whatsoever there. And yeah, simple, but gets the fucking job done with Alexander, I would say. Lily, that's like 5% jolly and like 4% of that dies quickly. I know, but like it's still such a fun game. I want to smell it. Please don't. You should not smell the jars, chat. It's bad for you. It was a bit creepy to see him looting bodies after the last fight, but he's a bro, so he gets a pass. He was looting them, but like he needed them to become strong, you know? Do not the jar. No. You don't want to go in there, trust. Alright. After Alexander, we got D, Hunter of the Dead, douchebag. The D is for douchebag. The D is for douchebag. Okay, so D actually has a fascinating armor set, which I actually love to bits. It's fucking beautiful. But I don't like him because he's such a hard-ass mama. Bra said, do not the jar. No. Better fit, though. Great fit. Beautiful fit. We'll talk about it in a second. But the character itself is like, oh, God. You wanted to kill one of my wives, and that made me really sad. The armor is cool. The dude inside, rotten. Yes and no. He's, like, I think staunchly part of the Golden Order, from what I remember. So he's, like, very against anything that might want to fuck with it. But let's take a closer look at his content, because I think he has some of the most insanely detailed armor in this game. Oh, mama. Look at that armor, please. So the armor for D is very unique in the sense that the armor is meant to, like, emulate him carrying someone else. Like, two people in one body, if that makes sense. So half of it is silver and the other half is gold, and it's mixed together so flawlessly, and it's so fucking beautiful. The helm is actually including a mask, and the silver part is blindfolded. So the silver arm is actually D's arm. The other gold arm that's like holding up the body per se, that's part of the chest plate. And there's so many teeny tiny baby beautiful details in this that I am obsessed with. Like the fact that the silver armor looks wispy and spirit-like. Because his thing is fighting the Death Blight. Okay? That's why he doesn't like Fia. And then the gold armor is more traditional living armor. So it's made to look like a spirit is passing through him. I love how they kept the balance between gold and silver very even throughout. And even though it's such a busy and detailed piece of armor, they managed to make it not only very eye-catching, but very pleasing to the eye. His sword also has the silver and gold in it. It kind of looks like a needle. It's beautiful. His cape, although very, very old and very, very tattered, also has some signs of nobility to it, especially the embroidery on the back. Kind of annihilated, but in a very good way. It's kind of like meant to hide the back of the armor in a way, so you don't really see that like spirit going through him. But without the cape, this is what it looks like. And it's just such a massive amount of fucking detail. Like, you can see the spirit's feet on the leg and feet part of the armor. It's like going through one side, coming out the other. I don't know who the fuck came up with this concept, but they did such a good job. Like, it genuinely floored me, because I'd seen it in-game, and I was like, oh, that's cool, right? But, like, the actual level of detail and insane sophistication that they put into this fit completely shone through on the actual concept art. It's so, so stunning. It's one of my favorite designs, even though the character's a butt. But, like, you know what it kind of reminds me of? Do you know those, like, weird Halloween costumes that you're, like riding an ostrich? But the ostrich legs are your legs? And, like, the legs of the rider of the ostrich are just, like, fake? That's what this reminds me of! Devs be like, let's create a concept that absolutely no one will ever be able to cosplay. I don't think that people are going out there trying to cosplay the concept art version of this fit. Lily, stop. What? It is! Like the ostrich riders! This bro's cool, the other one was a maniac. Yeah. I wish you could have just left him down there. I didn't kill him. Don't you mean two souls who share two bodies? Two souls that share one body. But yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, I don't think that anybody's going out there trying to cosplay these in particular. It seems nearly impossible to do it. Does D not work with Gurong? He does, but it's weird. You just have to give him Death Root.
His armor is beautiful, but so impractical.
Oh yeah. This is like practically impossible to fight in, mama. It must be so heavy too. Thank you. They both suck. You know what? Yeah, let's leave it at that. They both suck. Aesthetic over functionality? You could say that about this armor. Yeah. That second head would get in the way so bad. Is that why he sends you to kill shit for him? Yes. 30 weight for the whole fit, by the way. Ugh. Heavy. Yeah, it feels like a ceremonial piece more than anything else. All right, okay, and that was D. Wait, you have concept? You motherfucker. Gatekeeper, gostok, me cagas. I hate you with a burning fucking passion. This character is the devil! The devil! An asshole. So this is one of those NPCs that has story for some reason. And let me tell you, does he look like he's shifty enough to know good? Guess what? You're right, he is. The character design itself is meant to, like, make you feel uneasy and also to give you burning hatred, okay? Let's take a closer look because I cannot believe this dude has concept art. Rune-stealing whore. Rune-stealing whore! Okay, so Gostok is kind of serial killer vibes. He's missing an arm. For some reason, it doesn't even look like he bandaged it. He's one of those lanky fuckers that you can find in Stormvale Castle. And fun fact, if you die in Stormvale Castle, usually when you're like playing a game, Souls games, you can go pick up your runes/souls after you die. He steals them. Not all of them. He steals just enough so you're like, wait a minute, did they have this many? But yeah, no. He steals your shit. He's a whore. His arm is actually missing because I think it got grafted. But the design is weirdly elaborate for an NPC that's around to steal your runes and sell you things, right? I love the root patterns on, like, the stalks he's wearing on his, around his neck. He has a lot of really, really, like, elaborate embroidery on his upper arms, on his, around his, like, middle, like his waist. and on the bottoms of the tunic as well, covered in blood. This dude has killed his fair share of people as well. He doesn't like Godric at all. He's just not a good person, and he's a bit of an asshole. I like, but like, again, it's really funny how weirdly elaborate his costume is for an NPC that you think it's just gonna sell you shit, right? But no. It's really also funny that he's carrying stalks around his neck as if you're gonna put your own hands in them to imprison yourself. Look how elaborate the back of his tunic is, though. With, like, the feather-like leaves. And, like, the embossed fabric. It's to die for pretty, but I fucking hate you, you rune-stealing whore! And again, the design is meant to be off-putting. Like, no arm, fucking super weird lanky body, gaunt eyes and face, really lanky, disgusting hair, blood everywhere, the dagger. Yeah, like, if I ran into this dude in the middle of the night, I would scream. The traditional punishment for theft is losing a hand. Yes, I think that's why he doesn't have one, because he's a fucking rune-stealing whore. Is the stuff probably a reference to his thieving waves, or how he's missing an arm? The missing an arm is more a reference to the fact that he's a thief. Like, if you kill him, you get all of the runes back, but it's better to keep him alive for as long as possible. Because he does have some useful items. He hides in the corners that if you talk to him, you'll stop taking your runes. Oh, you can call him out on it. Yeah, you can call him out on it. If it wasn't for him giving you a rare upgrade material later, I would have ganked him after he traps you in that room. Oh, yeah! I wanted to, but then Hubby was like, no. And I was like, why not? And he was like, he has an item later. And I was like, fuck.
Gostok has concept art because of cut content. He was going to be Godric's son who competed with Nefili to succeed him and start grafting.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He actually does look kind of noble in his clothing, doesn't he? There were other lanky dudes like this in the dungeon, but they did not look nearly this elaborate. That makes sense. Thank you. Make him a rune piggy bank. Yeah, you could basically make him a rune piggy bank. Yeah, a bastard son specifically. Is that why his arm got grafted? I didn't know that either. Those fuckers are assholes too. Yeah, but they're easy to kill. Those fuckers are assholes too. Yeah, like... Cut content, how freaking big they want to make this game. Dude, like... Miyazaki was literally like, I'm not joking, we could go bigger, and people were like, no. There is a lot of Elden Ring that they were not able to put in the game, which is probably why they're making the movie. Alright, that was God's dog fucking asshole. Sorcerer Rogier, which is a slut, and I love him. So, this is someone that you can meet a few times in Elden Ring, and his outfit is to die for pretty. I actually love this dude mainly because of his armor, and his quest is fascinating, but, like, he basically he fucked around and found out, let's leave it at that. Design-wise, though, he has such cocky confidence, and I love the fit, and I need to show you guys, like, the full concept art of it, because it's insanely pretty. Let's take a closer look. Caught the plague. Death plague. The first thing you'll notice about Rogier is how insane the silhouette is. The big brimmed hat, the really wide sleeves, the cape, the pointy shoes. He has so much fucking riz in his outfit, and I love how confident it is. He looks like a pimp wizard. Yeah, that's the vibe. Pimp fucking wizard, mama. The really, like, giant hat with the colorful feathers. And again, he's another one of those characters in Elden Ring that has a fuck ton of color. Like, holy shit, so much color. Cloaks, jewels, embroidery, bright yellow, and, like, teal green. It's genuinely so beautiful and so pimptastic. It's fucking absolutely bussin', my lord, okay? I love the cape. I love the pointy shoes. The amount of fucking, like, detail that went into this. And, like, I like it because it's kind of like, you're a sorcerer, but you don't just do magic. Like, there's something about him that seems a little bit more unhinged, if that makes sense. Pimp Clown Wizard. I feel bad for him because he literally went, like, poking around. Like, if you go to Stormvale Castle and you go to, like, the very, very, very bottom of the castle, you're gonna find a disgusting, disfigured face down there that if you poke it enough times, it will insta-kill you. And there is a blood stain there that if you go down later, it's basically from Rogier doing the same fucking thing. He went down there and he was like, ooh, and he poked it with a stick so many times that it fucking poked him back, and then he died. He didn't die, he lost the ability to walk because he got infected with Death Blight, which is kind of like the insta-death. It's like being petrified in Dark Souls, I think. The insta-death thing in Elden Ring, and then he died after. After you progress his quest enough, he's just like, and then dies. But, like, his outfit, though, it's so fucking baller. I love it to bits. And, like, the really, like, pale face with, like, the hood. Again, it's giving nobility, but it's also very whimsy. Almost jester-like in the silhouette, and I genuinely adore that. Curiosity killed the pimp. He did die, but it's just taking a while. Yeah, he didn't get, like, mortally wounded. Like, you could get mortally wounded, but he took damage.
Love Rogier. Fucked around. Found out.
Immediately. Can we call it Elden AIDS? It technically is. I don't know that the face killed you. Yeah, that's actually something that you can find out if you... Because you can, like, attack near it and it bleeds, and that is actually the downfall of a lot of people.
He has the clothing design of 14th century Italy.
He does, and that's why it's, like, so pimptastic. Thank you. So if you find that face and you start poking it, eventually it will gank you. Because most people notice that it bleeds and they're like, oh, what does this do? And then they die. And that was Rogier, the first person to show you to fuck around and find the fuck out. Alright, let's hear it. I'm carrying it. I'm doing it. Nepheli! Nepheli is amazing. Nepheli is beautiful and strong and kind and a real fucking queen, and she deserves Stormvale Castle, mama. Okay? Strong mama, hot mama. She is wearing the barbarian armor set. You don't really see much of her face, but from her character design, you can immediately infer that, not to be fucking trifled with. Okay? Don't mess with her, don't do it. She has a hawk, she's super fucking cool, and she has a great fucking silhouette and design that's super unhinged and feral. Let's take a closer look, although it will be the armor set. You can get this too, because she doesn't have concept art per se. This is her face. She's absolutely stunning. Beautiful girl. So this is the barbarian armor set that she wears. You'll notice immediately that the silhouette for this is pretty like chaotic in the middle. But the outside, like the actual silhouette, it's pretty readable, believe it or not. There's not a lot of jagged shapes or weird angles here, except at, like, the bottom of the skirt piece she's wearing, which is very, very torn. The face has, like, very much like the crown with the head covering. You can barely see her eyes. It kind of gives her, like, a very wild vibe. She has one pauldron that's tied with, like, a really big fabric and a fur bra, mama. That fur tube top, as you were. No armor on the arms, just like some leather bracers on the wrists, and that's it. Big fuck-all chain in the front of it, which looks amazing. And a really gorgeous, like, red accent that adds a pop of colors. Also, sniffer! Give me that sniffer. 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 Fucking, like, leather bandages on her feet. So, like, she's kind of, like, emulating, Godfrey, almost, right? Because he was a warrior king, too. But her vibe is a lot less noble and a lot more, I'm gonna go cleave your head in with an axe. Guns out, that's yours. Yeah, she's pretty built, too. She has, like, abs and shit. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I like that the design basically want to convey that, like, wild, feral, grace, almost, you know? I love the giant chain, and I really like the red accents, because it's a design that, while it doesn't need a ton of color, the pop of color is very welcome. Beautiful silhouette, gorgeous armor, very, very fun. Definitely fits the Elden Ring vibe, but it's on the wilder side, you could say.
Bench press me Nephili.
No, chat. Thank you. I completed a question on every playthrough. Oh, I completed it too.
When every artist gives her massive arms, an angel gets their wings.
She's supposed to be fairly built, so I do agree with that notion. Thank you. Have you read the Elden Ring manga? No, I heard it's a shitpost, though. I hear that Melon has great on that.
Our true queen of Stormvale, a strong child of Horaluk's warrior.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's great. And she's actually one of the few people who can have a happy ending and deserves it wholeheartedly, I think. Okay, moving on. It is a shitpost and it's great. I'll read it sometime. Okay. 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 Respectfully. Ew! Ew, 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 ew. Disgusting, gross, ew, 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 ew. Godric doesn't even go here. He's a demigod, but, like, he's not one of Marika's kids. So, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, you have a great rune out of a fucking fluke, mama. You tried to fucking get all hoity-toity with Malenia as she kicked your ass, and you had to beg for your life, you asshole. Like, William grabs. He's disgusting! Like, the very, like, definition of one of those kings. Like, the king from, like, Robin Hood, the Disney movie with the sexy furry fox. Like, Maid Marian. Yeah, he, like, reminds me of that king that, like, does nothing but still thinks he's the shit. That being said, though, EU's regardless, his design is phenomenal. I was never more, like, perplexed / horrified / fascinated by a boss design in Elden Ring than when I saw this motherfucker. It was, like, such a strong start to, like, the game to fight this cunt. I think that, like, Margit gave me a bit more trouble, but he had some good delays. Let's take a closer look at his concept art, because I do think that his design warrants a lot of merit. Look at that. That is vile. That is disgusting. This is a man who is so weak that he made himself strong by stealing body parts from other people. Mainly limbs, okay? He has, like, a fuck ton of arms, more than one leg, like, a bunch of knees. It's, like, the very definition. Like, if I had to visually, like, if I had to, like, visually showcase that absolute power corrupts absolutely, I would probably show people Godric the Grafted. Because there is genuinely no better way to showcase someone who has let power go through to their head visually than this cunt. And it shows so well in the design. The silhouette is a square, but it's super angular. There's a ton of color, but everything looks mismatched, disgusting, and worn. There is so much fancy shit here, but there's also a body language of, like, deep shame. Like, he's hunched over, he can barely, like, look at you in the eye. Everything he fucking says is, like, a grandiose declaration that he can't actually back up. His weapon is beautiful, but, like, it feels like it wields him, almost. This is a very thoroughly broken individual, and it shows in that the fact that the way that he chose to, like, maintain power was by grafting things. If my arm could be a dragon, I would fucking go for it. No. No. Bad. I really love the use of color here because it's like the colors of nobility. It's the Godric colors, which is like, you know, green and red. But it looks foul and dirty and it doesn't fit properly. And it probably did at some point, but after he started grafting people's limbs onto his back, yeah, that shit don't work anymore, does it? In fact, I would say that he's grafted so many people onto himself that his battle style is kind of clunky. Very, very much clumsy. This is the back of the design for it as well. Again, you see, like, his, like, insignia, his, like, family crest, but the robe is destroyed. Like, he can't even wear it anymore because he's so fucking big and gnarly and gross. Like, there's 2 or 3, like, feet grafted on this. Sorry, that made me gag. Vile, foul, disgusting. It's just really gnarly, and again, for a first boss, he really left a strong impression. For, like, your first legacy dungeon, it was like, damn, okay. Apparently the grafted scions are thought to be his children. Yeah, I hated those things, by the way. And we have some more details of his hands. Of the gauntlets, which are very beautiful, but look almost sickly and cursed. The way his hair looks, the big braids, the absolutely beautiful crown, but worn on basically a gaunt skeleton. This is a very rough sketch of what his body actually does look like without the arms. It's vile, it's disgusting. Like, any semblance of what this dude was or could have been is completely destroyed by this. And I do think that he genuinely deserves to be put out of his misery every single time. This is one of those bosses that I think you can skip because there's another path to Liurnia, but I don't. I would not recommend skipping him because it's such a like great like first like understanding of like what you can do in Elden Ring. I thought he was like unskippable, but you can find another path to Liurnia if you want. If you want to beat the game, you need to beat like what 2, 3 great runes. His great rune is the most versatile though. Oh yeah, again he has one of the best great runes in the game. Like, his Great Rune, when you activate it and use it, I think all of your stats get buffed, so it's just better not to skip him. But you need 2 runes to beat the games. Mama, I got pretty much all of them. And yeah, Godric is just, ugh. And they did a great job with it! It's such a good design.
Apparently the Stormvale questline WAD originally meant to let you choose Nephili, Kenneth, or Gostok as the new lord of the castle. But the options got cut.
Nephili always, thank you.
The king from Robin Hood is England's King John, who IRL was nicknamed John Softsword.
Oh.
To his credit, he signed the Magna Carta, so that was nice.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about the one in like the Disney movie, which was a lot. Thank you.
He's a descendant of one of Marika's people if I understood the lore right, traceable to be related to Marika, and thus his claim to lordship.
Yep. So a demigod, but not really. A weird one. Thank you. Yeah, I never skip content. In fact, I think that Elden Ring is one of the few games that I've almost 100%
Power
in
does
its
not
entirety.
corrupt, it enables and reveals.
Oh yeah, thank you. John Softsword is a diabolical medieval nickname. It means limp dick! The runt of the litter, says the old round table hag. Hey, baby. But yeah, that's Godric, the grafted, foul, disgusting creature. I need more. When Godric is defeated, you see how little of his original body actually remains. It's literally his head and part of his torso. Alright, let's keep it going. Sir Gidniar of Near, the all-knowing bitch. 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 With the coolest helm in the game. It's all ears, mama. I like Gideon. Because I think his design is baller.com.org. I love the helm and I love, like, the cape. And he's so fucking cocky. He just really likes information, okay? Let's take a closer look at his concept art, though, because I want to see if we can get a closer look at the stupid helm of ears. A nerd! He's a cunt. He was mean to Nephili, and I stopped liking him right then and there. Also, I never noticed. Why does his armor have dad gut? Ew! Oh, the eyes. Ugh. Okay, no, Gideon, your armor is disgusting. It goes from, like, ears to eyes. And, also, Gideon is one of those characters who you never see their face. I like I like his design so much, though. Like, real talk, I'm obsessed with, like, the ear and eyes motif all over it. The pointy, spiky helm. The silhouette is just, like, lanky and intense and villainous. And, like, he's, like, on your side for most of the game until you fucking get to, like, Landale. And then it becomes a shit show. But he has such a strong silhouette and such a cool concept that, like, he's definitely worth mentioning in Elden Ring. Like, the way that the cape is draped, the red colors, the kind of, like, muted color of the armor, the weird feet, the fact that you never see his face, the body part motifs all over it, They like body parts in Elden Ring. If it's not hands or fingers, it's usually stuff like eyes or ears. They all represent something, mama, and they're gross. When you really let yourself go and when your armor ends up doing the same. Yeah, your armor was like molded to your dad gut. He knew you'd come. Oh, yeah. To his defense, you burned his house. No. Melina burned his house? He's a Q as highest in all of Reddit. Like, he's a very reliable source of information. And he looks like a very reliable source of information. I really like the, like, kind of slumped shoulder. Like, that's the thing about Gideon is that the character design is meant to be really unassuming. Look at the slump of his shoulders. He's not imposing at all, mama. He is literally low-key kind of friend-shaped with some intensity mixed in. It's all fucking circle and a little bit of triangle. He's not square. He doesn't, like, project strength, because his deal is knowledge, right? His deal is knowledge, so he just tells you things. And I really like, that's why I think that they incorporated the ears into the design, because he's all-knowing, all-hearing, all-seeing. It gives the vibe of the character being omnipotent, even though he's very clearly not. And the cape is just such a cool vibe. Like, the cape tunic thing that's tucked into, like, the big dumpy with the ears is just beautifully draped, beautifully made. And the design just genuinely conveys a very clever person, but not to be trusted. Is it bad to burn his house when his house is the Death Star? Well, technically, it's not the real Round Table hold, so it's fine.
Gideon is the sort of dude that studies the game meta his whole life but sucks when he comes to play the actual game.
He gave me some trouble. He really did, but thank you. He's all ears. Ew. It's a very creative way to drape. I need to do that. Yeah, it just depends on the silhouette that you want.
Ah, I knew you'd come. To stand before the Eld, where did you find a goddamn tank?
Yeah, where did you find a god? See, when I regretted nearly 100%ing this game when I fought him.
Why is this mother fucker look gay as hell L? I'm gay, and I can spot a gay, and that's gay.
Is it making your gaydar beep off the charts? I don't know, mama. Probably the draping on the coat. Thank you.
Listen, Lily. Godric is a man with many hands. I am an amygdala lover and he is doing it for me.
No, bad,
I'm sorry,
ew.
but smash.
No!
I want him to grab me all over and smother me.
No, ew, no, bad, but thank you.
Ah, yes, the medieval Redditor.
He is. He really is the medieval Redditor. See, I kind of regretted 100%ing the game when I fought him, because if I hadn't, he would have given me a lot less trouble.
Uses us to do all the hard stuff. Thinks he can beat us at our most powerful, dies pathetically.
Yup, except I actually did not first try him because I got so fucking... Because he was using Millennia shit, that's why. I did everything before I finished the game, literally everything.
I think it's really funny that you can insta-kill him with the frenzied flame grab during his monologue.
You can do that? See, I didn't use any frenzied flame attacks, though. Thank you. Fighting him in level 1, I'm never doing that again. I literally went through everything. He was using Millennia shit against me, and I was like, ugh! But the design is baller. I love the armor. I love the draping. I love the tunic. Right, more. Brother Corin, whom's the fuck were you? Oh, you were chasing the Goldfinger-er. Or Goldfinger, whatever his name was. Yeah, you're dumb. Like, dude, this is like the most globshito fucking NPC in Elden Ring for me. I almost forgot he existed. So the people who really like believe in like the Golden Order shield their eyes from the light. So these are people that are usually either wearing masks or hiding their face. And they wear wheels around their necks for some god forbid fucking self-punishing reason. It's very strange. And golden robes, but they're disgusting. Let's actually take a closer look. This one felt like ominous until I forgot about him. I forgot about him! He doesn't have a concept, but the outfit does, because you can actually wear this, so... Just out here yoking. Okay. So the actual outfit that he's wearing is this fucking masterpiece of fashion, right? So the neck piece can be either a wheel, which is what the NPC is wearing, or just like the yoke around the neck, right? I like it because like it looks so grody and disgusting, and like It's very much like Monk in the sense of like, oh no, as monks, as servants of God, we must be humble and dress in rags and plant potatoes. And it's like, mama, that's no way to live. But like, that's like that equivalent in Elden Ring. You can also see their bloomers. They're underoos and they're the leg pieces. You can actually use this as the tarnish, fun fact. I just feel like it's such a good, it's a design that's very good at communicating things being a little innocuous, right? Like, it's such a globshito fit that I literally fucking forgot about it. Literally fucking forgot about him because the Goldfinger guy was a lot more striking, right? Even though he was like butt naked. And their other thing is that they can't show their eyes ever, so you do wear a blindfold in this one. The design is pretty like, it's fine. It's not terrible. It's not like super outstanding. It gets the job done, I would say. Get wheeled. Well, you don't get it. There's trauma of wooden wheels in the first Dark Souls. Oh. The keywords are blindfold because blind faith. Yeah, most people who follow the Golden Order wear blindfolds of some sort.
See, this is why I like Patches. He's the most honest character in these games.
He is.
You gotta do what you can to survive, but he'll be chill with you when he realizes you're not a threat. He's
Yeah, that's
got
the
that
thing.
bro code.
That's the thing. If you can outsmart him, he'll be fine with you. Thank you.
Yes, Lily, my payday is going off for the other guy.
No. Thank you. The Turtle Pope will learn together with me. The Turtle Pope is the Turtle Pope. The Turtle Pope is like above the mortal realm. Okay, I think we have time for one more. Oh, Dialos. I love him. I love him. He's so beautiful. He's so noble. His armor is so cunty. His face is so fucking stunning. Gay. Yeah. Gay. His fit is so good. He has one of the best outfits in the game, like bar none. Sad, pathetic man, soggy but hot. And then he likes the jars. A coward that learns to be brave. He's just, yeah. Yeah, I really like his fit. The armor set is beautiful, yeah. And much like the last NPC, whose name I already forgot, he has armor set, but no concept art of like the character itself. Can I please like interest you in some absolute mastery? What is that helm? What is the absolute object of pure beauty? The contrast, the engraving, the rubies all over it. Bitch! Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm sorry. Like, it's so sexy. The black cape, the red lining and accents, the rubies, the tree-like engravings going up the chest, the horns on the helm? Hello? It's so fucking cunty. It's so slutty, chat. Let me fucking... This is a piece of armor that if you commissioned this today, like a fucking, metal worker, jeweler, whatever, this would cost like $3 million or more, okay? This is a level of artistry and fine craftsmanship that has almost gone extinct. Because the level of fucking work, attention to detail, not only to the armor, but to like the actual fabric itself, it's velvet. It's velvet and ruffles and like ruffled bits of metal. Like, it's just, oh. Sometimes I forget that Lily's in armor and rubber poker. I like what I like. It's a beautiful piece of armor. It definitely fits that incredible fantasy aesthetic. It looks noble as fuck. It also looks like mysterious, a little bit worn, a little bit dated, but in a very good way, you know? I want him to wear that armor during sex. I would not let them take it off. And everything, whoa. Everything, look at the fucking face on the back, please. Everything, every part about it exudes that same level of detail. This is an alternate version of the helm, by the way. Everything exudes the same level of detail. Like, it's not just an insane amount of detail on the shoulders and torso. It has it in the hip plates. It has it in the greaves. It has it in the gloves. And, like, the cape itself also has a fuck ton of detail. It's just so beautiful. And it just kind of, like, shows you that there is kind of, like, a noble to commoner hierarchy in Elden Ring, and while there are some nobles that dress very unassumingly, like Rani, for example, there's also some nobles, like Dialos, who dress absolutely batshit insane. And that's, like, the thing that makes me kind of sad about modern-day clothing. Because, like, Mama, could we have clothes like this? Yes. Would they be practical? No. No one would wear shit like this because, A, expensive. Ludicrously expensive. And so fucking impractical that you're better off just putting on jeans and a t-shirt, you know? The helmet with the horns is his brother's. Without horns, it's his. Okay, he's good. Thank you. What's the point of mine if you can't flaunt it on everyone else? I would flaunt this, yeah. Elden bling. So there are a lot of characters in Elden Ring that have, like, a lot of blingy bling. Yes, for sure. And this is one of them, and it's one of the most beautiful pieces of armor in the entire fucking game. And I love seeing the concept art because they really made this and gave this to, like, the 3D modelers, like, here you go. And they probably looked at it and went, like, are you fucking batshit? But they did it anyway.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in beautiful drip.
In blood! Yeah, baby. Thank you. Who's gonna wear velvet in the summer? Some people in olden days would, yeah.
Depending on what you do, you may end up killing his brother.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you're not careful, you can kill his brother, which is not great. Thank you. I don't remember if I did. I like the porcelain doll helmet. I like that everybody has masks. I don't have that much time. I don't have an hour to, like, or more to get dressed. That's the problem. It's not practical anymore. If you have to go to the office, you're not going to put on 5 doublés. Okay, one more. Who the fuck were you? Oh, wait, no, you're the fucking... Ew, you're the guy that, like, I saw and I was like, oh, this dude is gonna go on a rampage immediately. And then he did! He's disgusting. His armor is vile. It looks like it's rotting off, and I don't like that bit! Edgy boy. Ew! Gideon's, like, assassin. Yeah, who lost his shit, and then we had to fucking, like, thuk him, you know? Oh, you are approaching me. Yeah, his armor looks like it smells, because it probably does. Could we get this armor? I think we could. Like, let me show... Let's take a closer look, even though I don't want to. It looks like it's rotting off. I know it's metal. I know it's metal work, but... There's, like, actually... Dr. 09011, thanks so much for the... Thank you. I swear it's not you. Baby, please stop zooming in on it! Don't zoom in on the dick bone. There's probably real bones in there. Chat, I know it's metalwork, but it looks like it's rotting and it's disgusting. Why would you make armor that makes you look like a scab? I don't know. It's disgusting. It's actually real bones. Like, could we, like, not? Could we, like... Oh, no. I'm sorry if my gagging makes anybody else in chat, like, gag. It's just really nasty. Okay. I'm gonna try and talk about the design without gagging. Like... The concept is so solid, but, like, it's executed so well that it's vile. It's so gross. Oh, this has nothing to do with the baby and everything to do with the fact that decay grosses me out! He's holding, like, a fucking little flame of candle, like, baby, please zoom out. Why is it so, like, it's a great concept, it's executed flawlessly. I would never, this is, I can't look at it, I need to look at it to review it, but, like, it's not his hair, it's some poor corpse's hair, and it's straggly and disgusting. Like, it's all metalwork and real bone and actual gemstones that resemble blood, which, like, as an artist and as a designer, work, but like as a fucking person that can't stand decay, I'm just like but like thankfully in the game it doesn't feel that way, because in the game it's just like, oh, fucking play the fucking Titanic with the broken recorder theme, because in the game it just looks like his armor smells. The concept art is vile. The concept art is please stop laughing at me. The gags are legit. I'm gonna throw up. Stinky. Armor graced with gold human bones. Vile! Vile! Your husband likes to make you guys cookie. You guys want to hear something about my husband that made me fucking drive him nuts? Like, okay, when I first found out, like, I was pregnant, right? I got nauseous very easily because that happens. Didn't fucking barf once, mind you. But if I heard anything that remotely sounded like a gag, I would gag. And he thought it was so fucking funny that he would, like, sneak up behind me and gag, and then I would gag, and then he would gag again, and I would gag again and start laughing his ass off until he saw that I was, like, dead-ass about to cry because I was so grossed out, and then he'd be like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it was an infinite gag loop. It's really funny now because it doesn't get me that bad now. But, like, back then, I wanted to strangle his ass. I was so nauseous. Everything made me feel gross. And he just came up and behind me was like, huh, and I was like, huh. Like the cat gagging at the yogurt meme. I couldn't even, huh, don't do that. That still grosses me out. I couldn't even, like, look at things gagging or things that sounded like a gag without gagging. Oh, that's funny. He's so mean. It's like those movies when someone puking makes everyone chain puke. Yeah! He didn't even use the groan to video. He did once, but not on purpose, because, like, we found it and we thought it was funny, but 0.2 seconds later, I started gagging. This man robbed a grave and glued that skeleton onto his armor. Yeah, it's vile and it's disgusting and I hate it. No, I'm not nauseous anymore, thank God, but, like, ugh, it was bad. I do think, though, okay, I think that we're done for tonight with Elden Ring. I'm probably gonna make another video of this regardless, because there's still a lot of characters to go through. And I love this game with a burning passion. I don't care if YouTube doesn't like the video, but if you guys want me to make more Elden Ring content in general, give the video some love. I'd appreciate that. So if you like this video, closing thoughts, though, Elden Ring has fucking outdone themselves with character designs. They've gone from, like, the really unassuming to the really elaborate and beautiful to the things that have grossed me the fuck out the most. It's a really talented team. They've outdid themselves, and even though the game is pretty old, I still think that the design work holds up. If you like this video, though, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who your favorite Elden Ring character is. Have I gotten to them yet? Probably not, but, like, we'll get there. We've gone through some of them, chat. They're basically showing up in order of appearance, I believe. So we'll get to the good shit, okay? Also, things. Remember, two calls to action. First things, free shipping on gsupps this week with code KINKYMATION at checkout for 10% off your entire order. Go get your shit. It's so fucking good. It's tasty. Nice, good, clean energy. Wave gsupps ad at the start of the video. Thank you very much. And second call to action I want to ask you for you guys to do is, my birthday's in May. I am turning 200,000 years old. Yes, I am an oldish being. But I want to hit 200k subs on YouTube before my birthday, which is May 28th. And I really want you guys to help me get there, because I think we can do it. I have so much faith that we can do it. But I need your help, things, because I can't do it alone. There's only so much chilling that I can do. So help me out. Sub to the YouTube if you haven't already. And if you have, tell all of your friends, or I will feed my husband to the void. And believe me, he's not going to like it in there. A send month. Gemini treasures! The Gemini treasures need to come together and get the channel to 200,000 subscribers. Because, like, that's what I want. We've been working so hard on the channel. We've been making so many videos. And I'm eternally grateful. But it would be so cool to hit this milestone right before my birthday, you know? Poke more fandoms. I am! I'm poking the Elden Ring fandom right now. And I might poke more fandoms next week. We're like 8k away. So far, yeah, but we're getting there. The void. Is that a euphemism for something sexy? No, it's a euphemism for an eldritch being. That's not me. Yeah, a lot of Fortnite stuff. I'm not touching Fortnite for now until I see what their stance on the AI characters thing is. Oh god, that one almost made me barf. And with that, that YouTube segment is done. Thank you. This makes me want to play Elden Ring again with a better build. Oh, same, but I don't have time. Please give me Bloodborne. I want to play Bloodborne before I talk about it.
Lily Gagnoy's soundbite win.
No.
Also have money before you go.
Thank you. Oh god, I actually have to order hubby's like Stream Deck so he can have his soundboard. Thank you for reminding me. I will give money for Bloodborne. I'll think about Bloodborne because I do want to play it, but there's a lot of other games I have to play too.
Will you revisit Night Train?
If they add new characters, maybe, but there needs to be a bunch. Thank you. Gag sound effect, no. This soundboard is all gag noises. I'm so glad I'm not nauseous anymore. Although, if I feel acid reflux later, I know why. It's because I gagged my fucking guts out. Alright, things. I got a jet, but I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I'll let you know the stream schedule later because I have to fucking sort some stuff out. But thank you so much for joining me today. It was really wonderful to spend time with you all this lovely Sunday. And thank you for letting me geek out about Elden Ring for a bit. It's like one of my favorite games ever, so I'm very, very grateful. Don't forget to go sub to the channel, and don't forget free shipping on gsupps. So if you ever wanted to try it, and the shipping is astronomical when where you live, now is the time, mama. All right, things. I will see you all very, very soon. Go get hydrated. I'm gonna go post some comics, and yeah, that's about it. Bye. Love you. Bye. Bye. Bye.